we'll take it. With any rule, we'll break it.
It's 8 p.m., kiddies, and you know what that means.
Guy I love, he's mine, I'm his. There's nothing gay about it in our eyes.
You puny rangers, make my monster grow!
Oh no, guys! It's Velvitor! We need Krispy Kreme Megazord power now!
Welcome back to more Cooking with Bane.
You think grilling is your ally? Now's not the time to sear. That comes later.
Are you the doctor?
No, I'm the nurse.
Where is he?
You've been listening to the G-Spot, where we play nothing but Kenny G classics for a 2-hour block of time. Due to explicit content, listener discretion is advised.
On with the show!
Hello, and welcome to the Jack of All Nerds on Chaotic Radio. I am the Jack of All Nerds, Michael Maxwell. With me, as always, Derek Murray.
Hey, guys.
Hey, buddy. How
What's
you
up?
doing?
I'm doing well.
It's been, I haven't seen you in hours.
I know, it's weird. I think we've spent more time together than me and my girlfriend.
Yeah, I don't like it.
You take that back.
That's fair enough.
You take that back.
Look, it's too much. It's creeping me out, right? Always in the booth, Danny.
Hi, how's it going?
Hey, buddy.
I love how you preface that with always.
Oh, yeah, I mean...
More often than not in the booth.
Yeah, it's not.
Danny.
It's not true, but I like to instill people with confidence about your abilities.
My abilities are sound. I'm just not always here.
And tonight we've got some special guests in the studio. Creators, owners, both of those things.
Owners.
Of the Unity escape rooms in Redlands, California. Gentlemen, please introduce yourselves.
I'm Brad. I'm pretty much a room designer.
I'm Sean. I'm the brains behind the operation. The technological brains, at least.
Who's the looks?
His wife, definitely.
Exactly.
There we go.
Wow,
Okay.
strong. Good answer.
Good answer. Good answer.
Well done.
She's
Steve
there
Harvey
now,
would be
so
proud.
don't piss her off.
Yeah, so tonight, guys, on the show, we're gonna talk about escape rooms. I've never done one, and frankly, I just want to know. I want to get into the mind of somebody who just really wants to have a murder basement but can't. So you guys create a business around escape rooms. It's rather brilliant. So, but yeah, we're gonna talk all about your escape rooms and find out how we get out. No, we're not gonna do that. We're not gonna reveal that.
No clues.
No, yeah, you got to leave your phone in the locker before you even go in. That way
That's
you can't
true.
call for help.
Yep.
Wow. No phone
they
a friend,
don't-
no 50-50.
Nope, they don't
Like
play.
that?
You just have the game master. Would you like to play a game?
Exactly.
Oh, that's how you should start every game at that
I think
place.
I'm going to buy that doll and just set it in the corner.
Oh, please
for people
do.
to
Oh,
see.
Is that
Right by
God.
the couch.
Amazing.
Right by the
That'd be
couch.
the creepiest escape
There should
room
always
ever.
be a little ounce of horror to every escape room.
Look, if you design that creepy Saw character on a little tricycle that just rides into the room after the door shuts behind you, woo! I'd love
I'll
it.
make it remote.
I'm pretty sure
control,
Universal would have a fit, but you know what?
Whatever.
Dream big, guys.
Just paint them different colors.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
Kind of like we did with the temple, right? It's Dr. Ford.
Beautiful. I love it.
Hey.
All right, well, before we get into any of that, we got to talk about the people who allow us to be here, everybody. That's right. It's everyone's favorite part of the show, which is it?
It's. I mean, if it is, it's sad, but it's
just
also it makes
because of
sense.
the Captain Ron.
Yeah,
That is
it's,
what it is.
it's the Captain Ron and the Roadhouse. That's what sells it for me.
That's right. It's sponsor time, everybody. First up, the Etowanda Roadhouse. Conveniently located off the 210 freeway at the Day Creek exit in Rancho Cucamonga, California. The Etowanda Roadhouse.
Roadhouse, it's the sweet one.
Best nightly foods. We're going to get a cease and desist from Dr. Pepper about
It
you.
is only because I
Little
am
Sweet.
currently wearing a Dr. Pepper shirt that I went with Little Sweet this time.
They have nightly food specials, drink specials, live entertainment, pub trivia, karaoke, all that kind of good stuff. For more information, visit facebook.com/eRoadhouse.
Roadhouse.
Also, check out The Dinner Detective, America's largest interactive murder mystery dinner show. Enjoy a fabulous 4-course meal while solving a hilarious murder investigation. For more information, visit thedinnerdetective.com. And if you're purchasing tickets for the Claremont, California location, use the promo code CRIME to get a $5 discount. And of course, Four Color Fantasies comic book store located in Rancho Cucamonga, California. For more information, visit facebook.com/4CF Rancho. And also fourcolorfantasies.com. Both of those with the number 4, not with it spelled out. It's a great store, guys. They do a lot of cool events coming up in November. Almost back to back, they're doing 2 private screenings, one for Thor Ragnarok, and then, Justice League. Yay.
Yeah.
And then Star Wars,
You mean
right?
Thor Ragnarok? Woo!
Yeah. Star Wars will be in December.
Yeah.
So, yep. But, and we'll be there at all those, so check it out, guys. That sponsors everybody. Oh, yeah. Quick reporting on one of our sponsors.
Yeah, because I noticed...
the Roadhouse.
Roadhouse!
There it is. So they had a Injustice 2 tournament there this last week, and we were there. And
Yeah, in spirit. We did not show up.
No. We were there, and I think I'm pretty sure we made it farther this time than we did last time.
I made it to the semifinals.
You did make
Yeah.
it to the semifinals.
But through a loophole.
Yeah.
So Derek and I both made it to the quarterfinals.
He made it through the way the Mighty Ducks made it to the championship fight.
Yeah, one of your opponents got the measles.
Yeah, somebody got the measles. Somebody had to forfeit, and all they had to do was beat the Huskies. That was it. That's how Mike won.
It works. Yeah, but then I kicked your ass, so felt good.
Whoa. We had a rubber match, motherfucker. Calm down.
No, you still lost.
Yeah, but neither of you played a guy with his own gaming stick, okay?
Yeah, so Danny was a part of a match that we're calling Controller Gate because there was these 2 guys that came in with backpacks and they brought their own arcade stick controllers.
Yeah.
And
I just note before they even pulled out their own.
We called it.
We were like, these motherfuckers are making it to the finals. They just look like dudes that show up to tournaments to ruin things. Like they just. Yeah. Everything about them, we were like, oh, you've practiced.
Yeah, 2 buddies that were gonna sweep everything because there's cash prizes for first and second place. And hey, guess where they made it to? First and second place. So yeah, but it was actually still a lot of fun. So I highly recommend checking it out.
Yeah, it was. We had a blast.
And you guys had food. You had some sort of
I had some
smelly Parmesan
garlic
chicken wings,
which were decent, but I always go for the buffalo because they're just delicious.
Yeah,
I
think the next time I'm gonna go with buffalo. I didn't even eat all of them. I got them for everybody, and I think I maybe had a third of them, or a quarter of them at most, and then they just kind of sat there, and I was like, okay, well, I'm done.
Do you guys play any video games of any kind?
Oh my word! Goodness, World of Warcraft.
All right. Okay.
I started playing a new
Wow.
one called it's called Players Unknown Battleground.
Yes.
You pretty much parachute in with your group, and you have nothing but your fist. You got to go find stuff, and then it turns into a first-person shooter. Sometimes you last 8 seconds in the game. Sometimes you last 20 minutes.
It's all about getting that chicken dinner.
It is. I got one the other day.
Hey, congrats!
nice.
That's a hard thing to do.
So it's like the Hunger Games.
It is. It is
just
very
like
much so.
that.
Yeah.
Or like that movie with Cold Stone. I forget what it's called.
Oh, Condemned. Yeah, it's more like the
Condemned?
Condemned because
they throw you on an island. That's what it is. It's one big island.
yeah.
And this circle just keeps shrinking that you have to stay in. If you're not in it, you die. And so they
That sounds
force
intense.
you to push you
Yeah.
together.
Yeah.
It's 100 people too. So 25 squads.
In one match.
In one match, yeah. It's coming out on Xbox, so I think we should get it, guys.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Yeah.
As long as it's better than the game I'm currently playing. I started playing Fortnite,
Oh,
which is
yeah.
not good.
What is? I don't even know what that is.
It's from the makers of what is it? Gears of War,
Oh,
which you would think
yeah.
Gears of War is a
Because
great game.
Yeah.
Did you see me? I was like, what?
Yeah. It's a kind of a tower defense, third-person shooter type game with the silliest animation I've ever seen.
Okay.
It's kind of fun with friends, but playing it alone kind of sucks. And they're doing this weird thing where it's technically a beta, but they charge you the full price of a game to play it.
That's the same as Battlefield Unknown. They charge you full price, but they're in beta.
Yeah. But I guess the rumor is that they're going to release the game next year for free.
Nice.
Ouch.
Because there's so many problems.
good.
You get kicked out of the game like a lot, and it's buggy as all hell.
Yeah.
So not so fun.
All right.
Well, I'm sure they appreciate your donation, Mike.
I just bought one of the Sega Genesis minis because the Nintendo minis are impossible to get. Because here's the thing, I don't understand. Since we're talking about just video games in general,
That's so hurtful that
look,
nobody gives a
He just
shit
wants to
about the
play
Sega
Sonic the
Genesis.
Hedgehog.
You know what? What sucks
Hey,
is they have an even better deal than anything Nintendo released because their console is $50 with 80 plus games, including all of the Sonics and both Mortal Kombat 1 and 2. And it comes with 2 wireless controllers. So how would you not like that's
And here's the kicker: if you have old Genesis games,
yes,
you can plug them
it's
in.
compatible with that.
Holy crap.
So if
Wow.
you manage to keep your Sega
have
Genesis
them.
games, you can
I have
just
a lot.
plug them into a brand new console and
just
play
found
the
something
one
to buy
yeah.
right now.
So
They're
here's
in an
what
attic somewhere. I gotta find them.
what I don't
They're with my
understand.
Super Nintendo.
What I don't understand is why the Super Nintendo Mini and the Nintendo Mini, like I get that you're trying to create the supply and demand, right? But you already created the demand, so just give why did you just completely get rid of it? Like, okay, so I get it. You're not going to sell it for $60 anymore. Fine, sell it for $150. So everybody will go to your damn stores and buy it instead of buying it on Amazon where you make no profit for $400. You double the price, you sell it for $150, and you make an incredible amount of money. But no, they were like, no, we only made 20, so that's it. That's all we get. Like, what the fuck? Sorry, I was really angered
I
when
heard
they
it
said
was
they were going
bad
to
in the first
discontinue
place
it.
because there was a lady at Target who she got one first because she works at Target, so she took them before
Yeah.
they even put them on the shelf. But she said he said it was just bad. It's really delayed when you play it.
Oh, really?
And the graphics are just like the old graphics. I'm like, well, okay. She said, yeah, but it's really buggy. I'm like,
But she played it.
yeah.
She didn't
yeah,
take it
yeah.
and resell it for $1,000.
Yeah, right.
You don't think Nintendo is the one selling those on Amazon?
No, I don't think so at all.
Actually, I wouldn't.
Right?
Yeah, my thing is
It's just like
my
when you
thing
get spammed
is
in WoW for gold. You know that's Blizzard spamming you. They're trying to
it's
sell you
just
gold.
there's no way that follows the supply and demand. These aren't diamonds, and even diamonds, you hoard them and still give them out in trickles at ridiculous
But
prices.
let me ask you this: if somebody were like, Derek, I will sell you this diamond for $500, or this Nintendo Classic. For
It all comes down to
$500.
what does he want more?
Here's the thing.
What does he need more?
I'm not paying more than double the price of the original item. So if I can't get it for $150, go fuck yourself, Amazon Prime. I don't care how fast you can get it to me.
All right. So that's what you've been playing.
I haven't gotten it yet.
Oh,
Oh, Jesus
I just ordered
He
it.
just wanted to let us know.
We were talking about it, and
Amazon Prime's not that quick. Then.
They're not. Well, this one was from Target. All right.
Well,
let's-
We'll have a little gaming news that you can talk about in just a minute, but I want to swing it back over to this gentleman over here. You mentioned World of Warcraft.
I did.
You're like hooked. You're
Oh,
hooked
yeah,
on the feeling.
Over a decade now.
Oh my goodness.
Way to
Oh
go.
my goodness.
Yeah.
Way to stay loyal.
And it's this guy's fault, actually.
It's from EverQuest. Buddy.
You were the pusher.
EverQuest.
Oh, EverQuest.
Oh,
Wow,
yeah.
throwing it back.
Back when you couldn't go in XP by yourself.
Yeah.
And if you died, you got D-leveled. That was not fun. And you run back to your body naked. You got to find that little... Plane of Fear was probably the worst zone to go into. You had to warp in with the Warlock. And as soon as you land, you're under attack.
Oh,
So
no.
if your group and raid died in there, you were SOL on getting your bodies back. You had to like pay another guild to come in and clear the opening for you and get your body back and all your gear because it stayed there.
Yep.
But no,
It's a dark time in MMO gaming.
I just quit.
Clearly.
I actually just stopped playing World of Warcraft.
I could
3
never get
weeks
it. I
ago.
never got into it.
It's
I
don't start because it's
But
addicting.
that type of gaming has
addicting.
never been my forte. Like I've expanded my gaming horizons, but they haven't gone far enough into those types of games.
Yeah, I liked the old WoW back when it was 40-man raids. Back when there was 4 guilds on a server, now there's 4,000 guilds on a server.
Oh yeah.
So, and back when the armor you were wearing, you knew how good that person was by just looking at him.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh God, he's got an Ashkandi. He's been there, done that. Now you don't know what the hell somebody has because there's transmogs and everything else.
About 5 years ago, they decided they wanted to appeal to a more broader audience. So
Sure.
they kind of made
The
things a
little
little bit
kids.
easier, which, boosted their numbers. But the core hardcore gamers,
They're getting sick
Yeah,
of it.
right.
They're clearing content in 3-4 weeks, and they're just like, this isn't fun.
What's next?
Well, it's a grind right now with the stupid AP. That's why I quit. It's just like the same repetitive.
Keep doing repetitive
thing
quests and
every
do
day.
same dungeons over and over again just to level
Okay,
your
I'm
weapon.
done.
That's Blizzard's thing, man. That's what. So
Hey,
we
Make
play
100
we play Overwatch,
Yeah.
and that's a
I played
grind,
that,
and
too.
that's for nothing. It's for
Yeah.
cosmetics.
Yeah, it's a
it.
grind
I
for
played that too.
for voice lines you're never gonna fucking use.
Nope, ever.
But you still, that's the thing is, that game is so much fun and so addictive that even though I'm never going to use any of the voice lines I ever get in any loot box, I'm always like, fuck, dude, I got to play one more game because I have to get the next loot
Gotta
box.
spray paint this
Gotta
wall.
spray paint this wall.
Yeah.
I need it. Gotta collect everything. Yeah, I don't understand why I even try to level up in that game.
I just think of Blizzard as they make $150 million a month just off of WoW. How do you not
Yeah.
create something that's wow, like wow,
Yeah.
instead of
I mean, the one thing I will say about Overwatch is that unlike a lot of the other shooters that are out there, the fact that they are going to release all updates free of charge, there's no DLCs, that is a nice thing because
Yeah.
things like you have Destiny 2 coming out, which I played the beta and I know that game's going to suck, and then and then there's like $1,000 worth of
Yeah,
DLCs
right,
that are going to
yeah.
come out to fix it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
It's-
that much
that-
I do appreciate.
That is the one thing that's cool is that everything that is going to be it is attainable for that game. You either get in game or they just release it with an update and you're good to go. And I'm a fan of first person shooters in general. And as much as Overwatch has given me high blood pressure at times, for the most part, it's one of those games that I do feel like can generate more team dynamic than pretty much any of the other first-person shooters that
I'm
I've
waiting
played
for
before.
COD World War II, so that's the one I'm waiting for.
All right.
I'm a big World War II fan, so
Yeah.
I mean, it was a fun time.
For everyone.
It was the best of times.
It was the worst of times.
depends on who you were.
Sure.
But anyway, so with Overwatch, they just released Doomfist.
Meteor strike.
So get Doomfisted, everybody. So we've gotten to play him a little bit.
Yeah.
If you try to do like quick play,
Just don't even.
you'll never, because he'll be selected before like your screen ever loads. Like
Yeah.
somebody somehow camped and they sniped it and
They've
they got
hacked
it.
the game
Yeah.
to just automatically be on Doomfist.
They've got it hotkeyed.
Yeah,
Pretty
it's-
much.
Yeah.
But they did release in the arcade. They have a 6v6 Doomfist elimination match. So everybody's Doomfist.
So many
wow.
fists.
Yeah, it's a lot.
It's a lot of fisting.
Way
It's
too
really
much.
It's like League of
way
Legends.
too much,
much
fisting.
The San Fernando Valley has not seen that many fists.
They have not. Even Vivid's watching it like, God, this is way too much fisting.
We should have made money off this.
Just
Doom-
wait, the parody's
Oh,
coming.
for sure.
Brazzers is on it.
Doomfist Triple X, Brazzers Edition, done.
Gonna have Jamie Lannister in there, huh?
The golden fist.
The Golden Fist. Yes.
That's why every character I make is named White Walker. So. And then everybody asks me, "Do you watch Game of Thrones?" Really?
No.
Serious?
What's that? Please tell me more.
Oh God. Yeah. So Doomfist.
What were your thoughts?
You know what? I've actually had the chance to use him in actual gameplay outside of the 6v6 Doomfist.
Yeah.
On the rare occasion, because a lot of times you'll play, like if you play Capture the Flag, he's not one of the best characters for that game, but it's a good way to play that character in actual combat with other people. So sometimes I'll just be like, nah, fuck my team. I'm playing Doomfist.
Isn't that what happens when everybody picks a sniper?
Yeah, right.
Black
right.
Widow.
God. Yeah.
We need a
so-
support. Okay, Black Widow.
Yeah.
That's not a support.
It's not or like when it's like defend and they're like Hanzo, Widowmaker,
Right.
And you're like, you're not helping. Please stop. But yeah, so I've had a chance to play him in actual combat, and he's fine. I mean, I don't think he would be somebody I would ever main with. I think he's somebody that you could get good with, and then after the allure of having a new character is in there, you can kind of use him.
It's usually like once the excitement of fisting is gone.
Yeah, once people realize that
Once they're
fisting
sore about it.
once they got him. I was gonna
Nice.
say once they realize fisting isn't for everybody, then maybe you'll get to play him. But I think he's a good character to learn how to use. His voice and noises annoy the shit out of me.
Yeah, I noticed that his voice, I don't actually have a problem with his voice, but he makes the worst anytime Arnold Schwarzenegger is being injured, sound effects. Like it's you're like
Total
what is
Recall.
happening right now?
Total Recall at the end.
Absolutely.
There's
Yeah.
a lot of that going on.
Just fire his little wrist cannon, and it's just Arnold Schwarzenegger coming like the whole time.
It's like coming.
Ow. Like, what are you doing?
Good as a Murloc sound.
He's obviously pumping iron
Yeah, clearly.
because it's like coming.
It would have been better if he was just voiced by Arnold
Oh,
Schwarzenegger.
Jesus.
Meteor strike.
I'm just bummed it wasn't Terry Crews.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
internet's
that-
losing
that
So
was
he was
bad.
campaigning hard for
Yeah,
it.
he was.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was.
He could have put Kurt Angle in there.
I have got to play him like 2 public matches.
Okay.
And I want to say I got smacked around both times, like a lot.
He got refisted.
I did. I did. I got denied. Except for the second game I got to play, I was pretty much eating a bag of dicks the entire time. And then right at the end, I somehow came in and like obliterated the entire team, got to play the game,
Nice.
and we won. And I was like, this awesome video of me being awesome, recorded.
They cut out the
They don't-
beginning,
yeah.
just the end.
Yeah, you don't need to see the rest. You don't need to see the rest
No
of
one needs
that.
to know.
Fist for everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like the old school arcade game. You just hit all the buttons, hope something happens.
Yeah.
He is. I will say this. He is a character that is completely reliant on timing. It honestly, it doesn't even have. It has very little to do with your overall skill of how you push the buttons that he does, because you can fire all day long and launch his fist all day long, but if you're not timing those actions right, forget it. It's not. He's not a diva where you've just got unlimited fire and it doesn't take a whole lot of skill to just tag people. It's a very, you either nail him or you miss completely and then you die.
Yeah. I mean, he's not wrong.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people thought he was going to be different than what he is.
Yeah, I think so
He's-
too.
He's definitely more of a kind of like a Reaper type character where
Yeah.
he should be lurking and then pounce
Die,
and kill
die,
somebody
die.
in one
Right.
hit. Yeah,
Lots
he's
of dies.
he's a glass cannon. He's actually pretty fragile. He has 250 health, but like he said, if you rocket punch into an area and you, I don't know, miss, and the entire team's like watching you like dash by,
Oh,
then they're just like,
yeah.
kill him.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but I think he's a lot of fun in the 6v6 where it's just
and the
nothing but
6v6 is
doomfist.
fun, yeah.
I mean, I don't know what that says about me as a person, but I prefer it when it's just all fisting. It's a lot of fun that way. So anyway, let's move on.
It's a good way to start the show.
That's a good way to. Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah.
Let's segue into something we're all comfortable with.
Yeah. Let's. Shall we get on some blasts from the past?
Yeah.
Shall we do that?
And let's. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Meh.
Meh.
Okay. Well, let's see who has the most recent
Maze.
film out of the group. I'm gonna say that's. I don't even remember what you told me, and you told me like 5 minutes ago.
Well, since we were on Arnold, it's Kindergarten Cop.
Yes. There we go.
There's no way that's the most recent
No,
one.
I think
No.
yours is the
I think
most
mine
recent.
is the most
So
recent
you kick
one.
it off.
Okay. So I did one of my hidden gems because I don't think everybody knows about this movie. But this is 1998, The Big Hit. This is it's one of the first Mark Wahlberg action films. This was they were definitely trying to be, hey, you played the creepy guy in Fear. You want to be an action star? And so they made this movie, and this movie is so cheesy and so over the top and so ridiculous. But what I love about this film is everybody from the director to the action to the actors to the story, everybody involved in this movie knows exactly what type of movie they're making. And so nobody takes this movie seriously, and that is actually what makes the movie so fucking funny. It's super funny. The action is great. So the movie stars Mark Wahlberg and Lou Diamond Phillips. Who gets to play a bad guy who, I don't know why he doesn't do that in literally everything, because he's one of the most fun villains I think I've seen in a long time.
And honestly, I feel like he got the job because somebody was watching Young Guns and they're like, see how he spins that knife? Can we just write in a bad guy who spins knives?
He is though. Him and Mark Wahlberg are a part of this, hitman crew, and they, pull jobs and get paid. And really, what ends up happening is Mark Wahlberg ends up doing all the work, and the team just kind of sits back and lets him kill people. And then Mark Wahlberg suffers from just being a super nice guy, and he can't ever turn people down. So he
wants to be liked.
He
by
wants to be
everybody.
liked by everybody. So he knows he's getting screwed. He's got 2 girlfriends, and both of them just treat him like shit, and they abuse him. And so what ends up happening is they pull this caper that's not sanctioned by their boss. And this caper, they end up kidnapping the daughter of somebody who happens to be the goddaughter of their boss. And Lou Diamond Phillips is the guy who said that this was okay. And then it comes down that it's his goddaughter. So he tries to pin it on Mark Wahlberg. And then, hilarity ensues and everybody tries to kill Mark. Yeah. And there's a whole thing about returning videos. And it's so good.
Yeah, I mean,
it's so funny.
The big ultimate fight scene takes place in a video store.
In a video store. And because Mark Wahlberg has he's held on to King Kong. King Kong lives for too long, so the video store keeps calling him, demanding that he brings his video back or pay his dues. It's great. I 100% am gonna give this movie a gas. No, this movie is a blast. If you guys haven't seen it, honestly, if you're fiending for some 90s nostalgia, this movie embodies all of that, from the clothing to the act, to everything about it is so 90s and it's so dated. But it's a wonderful film. It's so funny. I love it.
No review of that movie is complete without mentioning Knuckles.
It's true.
Can't.
No, you're absolutely right.
We went from fisting to Knuckles.
With lanolin in it.
Lanolin in it.
Shit, motherfucker. It is a good one.
Great cameo by, I think it's Antonio Sabato Jr., right?
Yeah.
He's in the crew as well.
Yeah. I think
That's
he's
a
in it
great movie.
for all of 5 minutes, but it's the best role he's ever had.
I was about to say, look what happened to his career.
Yeah.
In fact,
who's the other guy?
Just the opening sequence where he is doing all the work and they're downstairs having coffee, and then they're like, "Oh no, it's bit," they're just firing their guns off to make it sound like they're busy. It's so good.
Who's the other guy? The black dude.
The Shocker.
Yeah. Yeah, the Shocker.
What
Is
it Bokeem Woodbine?
Yes.
Oh my God.
He's in everything.
But
he's got a subplot that is.
Yeah.
It's one of it's the weirdest, funniest subplot of the entire film, where he is a grown man who never had masturbated in his life. He had no idea that was a thing, and he just discovers it as a grown man, and now that's all he wants to do with his life.
Yeah, he doesn't want regular sex.
Yeah,
anymore.
he doesn't want regular women. He just wants to masturbate. It is so weird and so funny. It's great. The movie is fantastic.
Anytime he gets called, he's working out his hand.
Is that Knuckles?
Yep.
Okay, makes sense now.
Yeah. No, it's so good. That movie's so funny.
Yeah, if you haven't seen it, if you like comedy and action, it's a good.
It's a solid comedy action film. Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Well, before the break, Danny, let's go ahead and get yours out of the way because you're the next up with 1990s.
Who is your daddy?
And what does he do?
What does he do? This okay. Don't hate me because I'm significantly younger than you guys, but this was the first.
Well, I mean, we can't not hate you because of that.
I know.
Damn millennials.
This was the first Schwarzenegger film that I ever saw. Ouch. I know.
Wow, really?
Really? Yeah. Well, it came out in 1990. I was born in 1987. So
that's why we keep him in the booth.
That's why I'm in the booth.
You don't want to continue with what he's got.
So yeah, this was the first Schwarzenegger movie that I ever saw. And I immediately fell in love with it because it's this big dude who I have heard of playing the Terminator, and my dad told me about the Terminator. I hadn't seen it till then, but it's hey, this guy played the Terminator. It's oh my God, what's the Terminator? And he told me about that, and I was now he's a cop. What the hell?
RoboCop.
And so if you're not familiar with it, shame on you, but it's about this cop who goes undercover, trying to catch this drug kingpin. Killer kind of guy, and he goes undercover as a kindergarten teacher because his partner.
You could have explained that any worse.
No.
Yeah, I've seen the movie and I don't want to see it now.
He goes undercover as a kindergarten teacher. Wait, what?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, he does.
Yeah.
The only reason he goes undercover is because his partner, who is a female cop, was going to be the kindergarten teacher, but she gets deathly ill right before she has to go undercover, so he takes her place.
Right.
And enter the comedy. You just have this big guy.
I feel like maybe you should point out the reason that he is going undercover as a kindergarten teacher is because
the beginning of the movie.
Because one of
the actual beginning.
the guy he's looking for,
Danny,
his son and or daughter.
Pretend you watched Kindergarten Cop.
Son, he's not a.
His son and or
He isn't going.
Well,
to the
I know it's the
military.
son, but Schwarzenegger doesn't know who the kid is.
Yes.
He just knows that it's a kid.
Yes.
Pretend you actually watched the movie.
I did watch the movie.
I don't think so.
Derek, it's the first one he ever saw, okay? It's been a few years.
He's still watching it.
Yeah, still currently
He's in
while
the room
he's
right
giving
now.
the
He's trying
review.
to
Yeah.
catch up.
I don't know what happens to the ferret. Just leave me alone, okay?
Has nothing to do with fisting. Don't.
Okay, so yes, Schwarzenegger goes undercover because he knows this bad guy's child is in this class.
Yeah.
He doesn't know which child it is, so he plays the game. Who is your daddy, and what does he do to find out?
What did he find out? He found out boys and girls. What?
Yeah, boys have a penis and girls have a vagina.
Yeah,
That's what he found
It's
out.
good information to know.
It's very good information.
It is. One of the kids is his dad's a gynecologist, and he looks at vaginas all day long.
Put the cookie down now.
I'm not gonna wipe your tushies. There is no bathroom.
I love that the Arnold quotes are more famous than the movie that they're from.
Yes.
Like people use those sound bites, not completely forgetting that they're from Kindergarten Cop.
Yes.
That guy, look, despite recent years, he has some of the most quotable lines in all of film
100%.
Absolutely.
across all his movies.
Yeah, and that one, the who is your daddy and what does he do? I say that to people out of context all the time for no reason.
That's kind of weird.
Is it? Okay.
No,
All right.
don't. This was his second, like, kind of dip into comedy, right? Because Twins was before this, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, I mean, still not quite getting it, but
Really?
he's trying.
Really?
He didn't.
No.
Wow.
I don't think he hit like real comedy until Junior, but that's just me.
Have you seen a comedy?
Oh, I gotta.
Or Jingle All the Way.
Can somebody?
You're fired.
Can you get an engineer on here on short notice?
I can. You know what? I'm actually in a
One
group
who's watched
chat.
a comedy.
I'm in a group chat with Jimmy right now. I'll have him come down.
The fact that he just said he hit his comedic stride in Junior. What?
Okay, that was obviously a joke, gentlemen.
Was it?
Because I followed up with Jingle All the Way.
Okay, but he is actually
We're
really
not
good. at
entirely
that.
sure if that was a joke or not. So we've lost all credibility.
Well, the whole movie of Jingle All the Way was one big joke. So,
How dare you?
nah,
It's no Jingle All the Way 2.
there was a sequel.
Yeah, but not with him, with like Larry the Cable Guy or something.
Yeah,
Just like
let's-
there's a Kindergarten Cop 2 with Dolph Lundgren.
With Dolph Lundgren, yes,
No.
that's new.
Yeah.
That came out within like the
No,
last
there
3 years.
is-
that is
Yeah.
cinematic
That
gold.
is
Yes.
that is yes.
It's cinematic gold.
Straight to video came out just within a few years.
Yep.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Nope.
No.
I seen it.
I think it's on Netflix, actually.
Get out!
Get
I'm
out!
sorry. Yeah,
Get out.
get to the chopper! I am dumbfounded that this is even a thing.
Are you going to go try to watch it
I
now?
absolutely
You have
am.
to. Back.
I hate myself that much that I will sit through this piece of I already know it's awful. I already know that it's awful.
Yeah. Because it's not Lundgren in his prime.
Oh, no.
I mean,
This is in a, I need a check, guys. You got something for me?
oh, my God.
my
I
my
can't
chemistry
wait.
degree isn't paying itself off, so
Dude, I can't wait to play drinking games to this piece of shit.
So what are you giving Kindergarten Cop?
I'm giving it a blast just because it's my first Arnold movie, and I honestly love it. So
Sounds good. All right, guys, we have to take our first commercial break. When we come back, our special guests are going to review Temple of Doom. Yeah, I'm excited about that. I hear what you guys thought. And then a little bit after that, I'm going to take you guys all the way back to the 70s for the Poseidon Adventure. Which honestly, I did not. No, I did. I knew you guys were coming in, but I wasn't like I'm going to try to watch a movie where people have to escape something. It just happened. So,
They had a blowtorch.
but it worked out. So if you guys want to join the conversation, give us a call 909-360-8330 or message us on Facebook, facebook.com/jackofallnerds. If if you're on Twitch, you're gonna still see video of us, but there should be some music playing in the background. But yeah, we'll be right back.
You're listening to the Jack of All Nerds show on Chaotic Radio, puny Earth creature. Now, where did I put that Illudium Pew 36 space modulator?
Welcome back to the Jack of All Nerds on Chaotic Radio. Guys, tonight we have special guests in the studio from the Unity Escape Rooms in Redlands, California.
Yeah.
And they are about to tell us all about Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom in our Blast from the Past segment. Fellas, what's it all about?
Can we say it like your engineer did? There was this guy.
So
You can try.
He was wearing I believe it was a fedora.
Yeah.
And
He's trying to get a cup or something. And
Did he have a whip?
And I
he
think-
did have a
Wow,
whip.
did I do it that
I
bad?
think Sean Connery was trying to be his first comedian movie.
I'm just gonna go throw myself on a sword. I'll be back in a little
Just
bit.
go Theon Greyjoy off the side of the building.
So who doesn't know Temple of Doom? It's an amazing movie.
Was
You
my
have
wife-
Versus Jones
My
and
wife hasn't seen any. I want to smack. She hasn't seen Star Wars.
What?
Either, sorry. I can't force her.
Whoa.
I can't force her.
Sure you can.
I could tell
Star
her we're
Wars,
going
you
to watch
can
50
force
Shades
her.
of Grey and just change it, and then she'll walk out of the room, or what do I got to do?
You shouldn't have to force anyone to watch Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, she just... I took her to watch the first Lord of the Rings. She said, I've never watched another one. They just walked away and it didn't end. I'm like, that's what happens.
Then watch the second one.
Right? No. She's just that way.
You can't even, you're not even with you like young, sexy Harrison Ford? Huh? That doesn't do it for her?
Not my mom. I mean, she's my wife. Kurt Russell. That's my mom be all over that, not my wife. She said, no, I don't want to watch it.
No, but with Temple though, the greatest scene ever is when the girl is walking through the cave on all the bugs and just making those sound notes. It's amazing. It's an amazing scene. I love it.
There's gonna be 2 dead people in here.
I remember watching that opening scene just recently, and I remember thinking it was such a jarring shift from what you'd seen in Raiders of the Lost Ark, because it's like all of a sudden a gangster film, and he's you know what I mean? Like, it just, the whole, everything that happens in that restaurant, you're just like, wait, what the fuck kind of movie is this?
James Bond, man.
It's right. That's what it feels like. It
When
feels
did Indy
way
become
more-
a secret agent?
You got to
Yeah,
roll
what did
that
I
thing and
miss?
run with it
Dude,
at the same
yeah.
time.
Well, actually, but for me, Temple of Doom was the first one I saw.
And it was for me too.
yeah.
So I didn't get that feeling until way later.
Yeah.
Like, I just when I first saw it, I was like, "This is the greatest fucking movie ever."
Then you
Like,
saw
I
the
love
first one?
Yeah, and then I saw the first one, and then I saw Last Crusade. But then in my more adult years, I watched them, and I now grade them as they should be.
No, I still love Temple of Doom.
I do too. I just remember that opening being so weird and so just different from anything you'd seen in any of the movies after that.
Just because Dan Aykroyd's playing a Brit.
Yeah, it's awkward. It's weird.
Well, when you come into my escape room at the very end, you'll see the treasure, the bag.
Oh,
You'll see that
yeah.
exact thing. And
That's assuming I make it that far. But
yeah.
So, what would you guys rate Temple of Doom?
Definitely blast, double blast.
Definitely blast.
Yeah.
Do you guys remember when I want to say Last Crusade came out on video, and there were commercials before it of a lady going to get Diet Coke for her lazy husband who's watching the movie, and her whole kitchen turns into basically the end of the movie where he's going through the obstacle course. Like, her floor starts falling apart. She has to dive to the fridge, and then it opens up, and it's like, choose, but choose wisely. And she grabs the Diet Coke, and he's like, you have chosen wisely. Then she comes back, she's all frazzled, and her husband's just like, thanks. Like, back when they used to put production into commercials.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Good time.
Yeah, nowadays it's not like that. It's just fast forward. Thank you, TiVo.
You're like, I'm going to see this in the movie. I don't need to see this Diet Coke commercial. Come on. All right, well, let's... you actually had one other film you wanted to bring up.
For all your listeners out there who love Lou Diamond Phillips like I do, there's another movie he was in called Disorganized Crime. Great movie, came out, I believe, in the early 90s.
89.
89. Oh, I'm sorry.
89.
89. Wow.
Yep.
Okay.
But it has an all-star cast. You have Reuben Blades. You have Ed O'Neill, who a lot of us know him as Al Bundy.
Yep.
But just a great, funny movie. And Lou Diamond Phillips stars in it.
You know what? I'm gonna do it.
You're gonna check it out.
I'm gonna check it out. It's gonna be my blast from the past next week. It's done.
It's great. You're gonna love it.
And it's I mean, based on the name, I would assume it's a comedy. Of
Oh
sorts.
yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. It's a comedy.
You're like, no, it's basically like Casino, but it's like Goodfellas.
Yeah, classic.
Classic comedy, yeah.
All right, well, let's we'll round out Blast from the Past real quick with The Poseidon Adventure from 1972, starring Gene Hackman and Ernest Borgnine.
Oh wow!
And it's so weird to like see Ernest Borgnine being like this macho hard ass cop, and I couldn't buy it, to be honest with you. But so basically, they're on a cruise ship called the Poseidon. It's its final voyage, and much like other films where disasters happen, there's some rich dickweed who's like, "We got to do this," and the captain's like, "No, that's not safe." And he's like, "Well, you're gonna fucking do it." And the captain's like, "Okay," and then the boat sinks, and
a lot of people.
I think I described that just as poorly. As
No, that was pretty good. I actually have no idea what the movie was
Well,
about.
shit, you guys said mine was spot on. So
there's an underwater earthquake. It causes this big tidal wave, and it capsizes the boat. Essentially, is what happens. So they're all trapped in the ship, but it's upside down, and so
they're trapped in the
By the
upside
way,
down.
it's a cruise ship.
Yeah, it is a cruise ship, and there's a small group of people who listen to Gene Hackman, who's a reverend, that they're gonna go basically up to the bottom of the boat to get out because that's down is up, and then like the rest of the passengers like, "You're stupid, we're staying here," and they die pretty quickly.
Pretty much.
And so it's what it is. It's basically an escape movie, and they're trying to get out, and a lot of people die, including your lead near the end. Spoiler alert.
Oh, well, that's so they don't make it out of the escape room.
Well, most of them.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. In fact, like 3 of them die like right at the end, like
Yeah.
right when they're about to get out.
Yeah.
And then just like 1, 2, 3, almost back to back. You're like, that's harsh.
Yeah.
Couldn't walk the beam, that's all.
Yeah, I know.
Fell off the beam.
I know that the way Gene Hackman goes out is kind of silly because there's this one final door they need to get to, and he looks at it, and he sees the latch, and he stops, and he comes back to everyone else. It's like there's just one more door, and then something happens. Someone dies. The steam pipe bursts, and it's spraying hot steam on the door they need to get out, and so he sacrifices himself to turn the steam off. And it's like if you just would have fucking opened the door earlier,
Yeah,
you'd have
that's
been
true.
fine. But
Except
whatever.
for walking through steam.
Yeah, I mean, whatever. What can you do?
Well, did you see the remake?
I did. I actually saw the remake before I saw this one. I knew it was a remake.
Yeah. Well, it's like I
pretty
think there's been 2 remakes because there was another remake with Steve Guttenberg.
I'm sorry.
There was not.
There was.
Nope.
Yeah.
Nope. I don't believe you. There's no way that was the thing.
Yeah.
I just know of Poseidon, the one with
The
Kurt
newer
Russell.
one.
And I feel like Kurt Russell kind of played the Gene Hackman role. I don't think he was a reverend, but it was
No.
that similar. They had a similar
Yeah.
role. In fact, Kurt Russell in the remake had one of the most horrific deaths I've ever seen on
He
camera.
drowns
shit,
on
really?
camera.
Because he
It's terrible.
drowns on camera, and it's like
Blood coming out of his nose.
somebody was like, "Hey, what's it really look like when someone drowns?" Good, we're gonna capture that on camera. It is so uncomfortable to watch.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Yeah.
But hey, at least Emmy Rossum gets to live.
Yeah, that's all that
Well,
matters.
That's all that matters.
And Ernest Borgnine makes it through the original. So
Hey.
And was because I want to say Richard Dreyfuss's character is kind of like Ernest Borgnine's character, but not at all. In terms of like they're like the old person that goes with that group,
it's the whiny guy,
the whiny old guy. Yeah.
So also, Leslie Nielsen is the
Wow.
ship captain.
Wow.
And after
Really?
his appearance here and as a pilot in Airplane, I just wouldn't be on a vessel that he's in charge of.
Whoa! He wasn't a pilot on Airplane.
Whatever.
He was the doctor.
I mean, it's just like traveling with Tom Hanks. You just don't do it.
Yeah,
Just
no,
don't do it.
You just don't do it.
Even in just real life. Is Tom Hanks on the plane? Excuse me.
Excuse me.
need
I like
to
to
get off.
donate my seat to the soldier.
You're overbooked, right? No, you don't need to drag me out, United. I'll leave.
But actually, despite it being, from the 70s and it's pretty dated, and they don't, I mean, it's nothing graphic. Most of the deaths kind of happen like off camera kind of a thing. But when I first put it on, it's a pretty long movie. I was like, I'm going to have to watch this in sections. I'll watch
One
a
of
little bit
those,
here,
yeah.
a little bit there. And I know I was fucking glued the whole way. I was up to like 4 a.m. I was just
Nice.
like, yeah. So I'm giving it a blast.
Wow.
It was good.
Well, blast all around.
Yeah, I don't know if
2
you can
shows in a
find it.
row.
I don't know if you can find it on Netflix or anything like that. I actually I watched it on Vudu. They were having a 10-cent rentals, weekend, which is why I rented it because it was like 10 cents. Absolutely. So
As much as a bag at the store.
The real question is how long does it take until The Rock remakes it? He's the king of disaster movies.
Not soon enough.
true.
It's true.
Well, from
He
what I
already made the
understand,
earthquake portion of it. Now he just needs to get on a ship.
well, from what I understand, they're probably just going to feature a section of Geostorm is going to be a boat that capsizes as a result of it.
I think so.
So
Yeah.
Is they're trying to put every fucking disaster movie in one? Why not?
Yeah. Geostorm. I swear. Fuck that movie.
You guys seen the trailer for that?
No.
I already hate it.
I saw a little bit of the trailer.
Yeah.
There's like the United States has created this system of satellites around the world that can control weather, and the original trailer just made it look like it was malfunctioning. They just released a new trailer to show like the stars that are in it, and it looks like someone's like sabotaging the satellites upstairs, and it's causing all these just
it's
Pandelirium.
Yeah, it's basically like
Sharknado?
It's
oh god.
It's basically like Olympus Has Fallen, but with weather satellites. That's what it feels like.
I know you mentioned that, and they just actually released the trailer for Sharknado 5.
Yes, they did.
It's about getting up there with Scorpion King.
Man, I'm not. They are not. I know I am one to keep things alive that should have already died. I will tell you, Sharknado is not one of them. I am not the. Yep, I'm the reason they keep making those. I will say
to keep paying for it,
I
right?
will say they should stop. But yeah, Sharknado is not something that has earned my hard-earned money. You don't even pay for
I mean,
them.
at least Ian Ziering is still working, right?
Yeah, I mean, because that's what counts.
It really is. All right, guys. Well, that was Blast from the Past. Let's start talking about some escape rooms, shall we? Guys, tell us about Unity escape rooms.
Go ahead, buddy.
Well,
Brains of the
I blame
operation.
Brad for all of this, by the way. Let's just preface this conversation with that. I had actually never done an escape room, and he had done
Just so you know, he still hasn't done.
I still
an escape
haven't.
room.
Which is fine. It's all about thinking out of the box. We have two rooms, the temple and the cabin. As Brad said earlier, the temple is more of a kind of a Indiana Jones-ish type deal.
It is, but we just can't say that.
Of course not.
Right.
Ish. You notice how I put the ish there?
Yes.
We'll say the same thing when the wizard room is done. It's not Harry Potter.
Yes.
It's an action archaeology based escape room.
Well, there's a lot of I did a lot of parts of every movie in it. You got the gems you got to put in.
Yeah.
Does anybody ever hold up an item and say, "This belongs in a museum"?
If Grandma went with you, you could do that. You could pick her up.
I feel like I have an entire Indiana Jones costume. I feel like I need to do this room. in that
Yeah.
costume.
You
should come in, but
I think you absolutely should do
Do
that.
I get to kill any Nazis though? Because really, that's what.
No.
No.
Unfortunately, no.
No.
That's really all we care about.
Well, the problem is you got to find them now and then.
Well, we do dress up engineers as Nazis and march them in every now and then.
But you're not allowed to kill them.
No, you can't kill them.
No. We just give them problems they can't solve.
So the temple room, the premise behind it is you have your teacher went on this trip to find a treasure, and he's been gone for a while, and you have to go find him and basically save him.
Yeah. You found a map. Map tells you where he went. You know he's been gone for too long, and you're trying to go there to see what he's all about and kind of pick up where he left off.
Now, I've never done an escape room, so my question is this: is it one room or is it a series of rooms? How does it?
A lot of people ask that question when they come in the room, and I said it's an escape room. That's pretty much how I'll leave it, because we like for people to be surprised when they come into the room. They figure out if there's another room or if there's another room and another room, because every escape room is different. There's escape rooms where they own the house and they do the whole damn house as one escape room.
Wow.
So every escape room's different. I mean, maybe some of the concepts might be the same, like a jailbreak or an earthquake. We were thinking more along the lines of going with types of movies, because we know we'll attract that crowd. Like everybody who's come there, because we're building the wizard room right now. We're just got to get the programming and everything else down to where you're actually got a wand and you're doing movements, and you have to do movements to activate stuff.
Oh, shit.
Nice.
And voice commands to actually activate stuff.
Oh,
So
that's awesome.
I mean, even the door I'm building, I finished it, but we got to program it in and make all the other stuff for it. But it's like the Chamber of Secret door.
Okay.
It's not the Chamber of Secret door, but it's like that. Okay, so
It's like, have you ever seen the movie about the kid with the wand?
It's a secret
wears
door
glasses
to a
sometimes.
chamber, but it is not a chamber of secret
Nope.
door.
Nope, it holds many secrets.
It's the
but we
room
won't
of
call
hidden
it that.
qualities.
Yeah. So,
all right.
People are really amped about that room. We haven't set a date yet because it's hard to set a date until we get the programming down
Yeah.
and say, okay, everything's working properly. We're gonna we can build this.
How did you guys even get into this? Like, because I feel like I know escape rooms have existed for a while. It's not like they're brand new, but
They're pretty brand new here.
I do, yeah, but I do feel like they have risen in popularity
Really
tremendously.
popular in the UK. Like they have conventions and they are really, really popular out there.
Yeah, I feel like they've
So-
kind of just exploded onto the scene now, where it's like everybody wants to do them. So
Right.
how did you guys even fall into something like that?
So my family and I go to Hawaii all the time, and just so happens by the condo we have, there was a Maui escape room, and so as a family we went in with 12 of us, and we did the first room, and it was a bank heist, and we beat it, and then we said, okay, we want more. We came back in to do the jailbreak, and they split us up. We were split up into 2 cells, so we said, well, boys versus girls, obviously, but it was interactive. They had stuff in their cell that we needed. We had, so it was like real jail. You're actually locked into that one.
Oh,
there was
okay.
a release button. Like in our rooms, we don't lock you in because fire safety hazards.
Liability.
Yeah, I mean, fire breaks out. I'm not running to unhandcuff you. I'm gonna let you go and then get out. Because in Big Bear, they handcuff you in some of the escape rooms, which I don't know how they get away with it. But
Yeah, right.
I mean,
Well, you sign a waiver.
Yeah, well, some of them they blindfold them and put them in a room. They don't even know what they're starting at. So, but ours is, well, the cabin's not. We start you out. You got to find flashlights. So it's pretty dark in the room. I mean, you got TV light, and that's about it. But I started because I went to those rooms and I said, you know, I can do this. I've been in construction for 20 years. I subcontract for Edison. So, and I've been doing electrical for 20 years. Like, I can do this. So I called my IT guy and said, hey, let's run with this idea. Got a couple loans, got a building. We built it all in a month. And
God.
Yeah.
We've had the property for 2 months, but we were running for 1. And
July will be our first full
Yeah.
month because we opened up in the middle of June.
Oh, okay.
We marketed pretty hard and we got results. We had almost 40 people yesterday and 36 the day before.
Yeah.
I mean,
Nice.
we're not at the top of Google yet. We're getting there. It takes a while to get up on Google's
Sure.
list.
Yeah, absolutely.
We're working our way up that list, but I mean, Facebook and Yelp help a lot.
Yeah.
I won't bash on Groupon, but they want too much of our money to put out a simple little ad. They want to take more than we get. So, but no, we started because I went and did one, and I said, this is something I could do.
It's awesome.
And I was more drawn to the creative portion of it. The other room, which is the cabin, is more of a. I'm trying to envision it as a 3-part episodic cabin experience, where the cabin is the first step in the storyline. The story is the tragedy of Stanley the Toy Maker. That's the story that my kid and I kind of came up with. So this first step in the cabin, you have to basically find Stanley and figure out what he's up to.
And his accomplice.
Nice.
And then the next step of the story will be the toy shop. So once you do what you got to do in the cabin, then you move on to the toy shop. And then after the toy shop will be Stanley's house.
Oh, okay. So you envision like a 3-part. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's
So
really
once
cool.
the cabin is slowing down and not in use too much, we'll tear the cabin down and build the toy shop.
Nice. That's really
And then
clever.
I always get
That's
calls
smart.
on that. What's episodic? I said, I'm a construction worker. I don't even know what the hell. You know,
It's like, I just make the shit.
No,
I don't know.
no. I mean, I just tell them, they're like, do we got to do all of them when we come? I'm like, yeah, sure. Pay for all of them. We'll predate you. We'll see you in 2 years.
I will say, speaking as somebody who has done an escape room, and I didn't get to complete it because we just, we're losers. Yeah, thank you, Smash Mouth. I appreciate that. We didn't beat it. We came very close, but it was one of those things where like. I feel like whether you win or lose, when you leave, you're like, I'm fucking doing that again.
Exactly.
Like, if you win, you're like, what's the next challenge? I'm too good for this.
Right.
If you lose, you're like, I am dumb, and I will not rest until I prove my intelligence.
Because a lot of it is common sense right there in front of your face.
Yeah,
and you wouldn't believe how many times I give a clue or a hint, and they're like, "Oh fuck, we're stupid." Like, I told him, I said, we need to just capture what they say and put it all together, or put actions they do. Like we have triggered sound effects.
It's golden. There was one family was going through,
God.
and the cabin has a rocking chair in it, and you can hear it. You know, if someone sits in it, it starts squeaking. But they were at each other's throats at this point. And the dad's like, we're supposed to be coming closer together. And they're just bickering amongst each other.
Yeah, there's some golden. I mean, we could probably win America's Funniest Home Videos. Some of that stuff.
For sure. My group was exactly like that, man. When we got to the end, because we got within 3 clues, and we only had 3 more clues that we had to get through. And the guy comes out and he's like, "Oh, you guys are so close. If you would have just done this and this and this," and literally everybody in the group was like, "Are you kidding me? That's all we had to do? How did you not realize that?"
Like, start pointing fingers. Pointing fingers.
We were so because the way at least the room that I did, the way it was set up, it was like, it was right there. Exactly what we had to do was literally right there. All we had to do was just use common sense and be like, we should use this. But nobody does that. It's
You would be amazed at how doing a math problem and adding +1 to something totally screws people up. The simplest math problem in the world.
Yeah.
We're not even talking, we're talking single digit numbers. 3 numbers you have to add up, and these people just see, we get both ends of the spectrum, right? We get people who will come in our room. Like last night, he had, for the first time I've seen, people just destroy his room, and they had 15 minutes left leaving the room.
Wow.
And they hammered on it. And then they needed only 1 clue, no 2 clues. Then there was a group that went into my room and beat it with no clues with 11 minutes left. It's the only time I've seen it.
Wow.
Then
this is a group of doctors from Melinda, though, so that was to be expected.
The doctors did very well. When the nurses came,
that's why the nurses.
I remember their faces. If I go in for surgery, no. No, you'll forget the scissors inside. But no, then we get the other end of the spectrum where it's almost an hour and they're not even into the next room or the next where they're supposed to go. And you've pretty much typed out, here is the code to that lock. And they read it and they still try to figure it out. And you're just like, can they not read? Are they colorblind? Because we have sound effects in our room, and we choose to play them when we want to. So, and we wait till you're really concentrating. He's got a mirror you look into, and when you're looking into it, the speaker is right there. It's just so boom, and that person is concentrating, and then they fly 15 feet backwards.
So good. I remember doing the escape room and just thinking, like, it would be so fun to watch us run around this room. Like, I would love to just have all the little fucking cameras around and just be like, you guys are dumb, all of you. You don't see the key right there. You don't. You know what? I'm gonna play some Thunder, freak you guys out.
People's logic and stuff. And you just, how did they come up with that? A lot of times, like there was a kids that came in there like 15, and the dad was like, I'll be back in an hour. I said, no, come sit in the control room and make fun of him like we do. And he had a blast. He was like, they were doing stuff, and he's like, are they really that dumb? I'm like, that's your son you're talking about. And he just starts laughing. That guy actually tipped us at the end because he had so much fun just sitting in the damn control room.
Good.
He felt like he was part of the game.
There's a lot of it's speaking from my own experience. There's a lot of like overcomplicating and oversimplifying, and it's really just kind of finding the balance between the two. Because especially for me, because I had never done one before, so having never done one before, I think you kind of have more of that overcomplication where you just think everything is more complicated than it really is. So you miss the simplest of things. I mean, there was a point where I found the key that would get us into the next room, but I had no idea what to do with it because it had like a little magnet on the end. And all I had to do was like connect it to a pipe and then run it down and it would unlock the room. And it came out of that pipe, like where I got the key. So clearly the magnet means something. I held on to that key for 45 minutes because I had no idea what to do with it. But it's one of those things where you're just overcomplicating it. You're like, oh, it has to go to a lock and you've got to plug it in. And it's like, well, no, maybe it's just something as simple as using the magnet. And that you just don't think about that kind of stuff.
Oh, we have the same thing. In my room especially, there's a part where they read the book and they're reading what they shouldn't do. And they continue to do it over and over and over. And they will read it 6 times. And I'm just like, they read it again. And they still continue to do it. They read it again. They still continue to do it.
think
And my
that's
clue is read both pages very carefully. They read it again, and they still continue to do it.
Because they think you're doing like reverse psychology.
Yeah,
on it.
right.
Like,
Trying
I
to
get
trick
it.
them out of beating the room.
Yeah, like
And
you
you
said,
have-
it's just they can't be simple about it. They
Yeah.
feel like you're trying
Yeah.
to trick them, so they have to overthink it.
Yeah.
Simple math.
Yeah.
22 divided by 11.
Let's.
That girl said 11 like 16 times, and he kept radioing, it's not 11. It's 11. 22 divided by 11. It's 11. We're just like,
Okay, well that's
what
that's
else
just
can we say?
stupidity
Yeah,
right
no,
there.
that's-
that's where we say other end of the spectrum, right? 'Cause
Yeah,
it's one
right.
or the other.
We got to take our next commercial break right now, but when we come back, we're going to talk some more escape rooms. I do want to hear more about how stupid you are. So that's bringing me a lot of joy.
Yes.
If you wish to join the conversation, give us a call 909-360-8330 or message us on Facebook, facebook.com/jackofallnerds, or you can message us in the chat on Twitch, and we'll chat back. So we'll be right back.
All right, we're clear for 5.
Hey, bub. You're listening to the Jack of All Nerds on Chaotic Radio. Don't go anywhere, or else.
Welcome back to the Jack of All Nerds on Chaotic Radio. Tonight, we have got the creators of the Unity Escape Rooms in Redlands, California. Redlands, California? Redlands, California.
You need your Ritalin?
Yeah. In the studio talking about their escape rooms. So everybody who's viewing on Twitch, my bad. The chat didn't update, and so there's actually some comments that I just fucking flat out missed. So my apologies. So we had
Blame it on the engineer.
Josh Jones Jr. Had said pretty early on, "What up, guys? Excited to watch the show," and then sing it. And unfortunately, I have no idea what that's a reference to. So sorry, Josh. Thanks for watching. We have Kuma Ninja that said nothing sexier than seeing Danny's lips as he explains Kindergarten Cop.
God damn right.
And then they followed up and said, now I get to see the true nature of the radio jokey nerd. Love it. And something about it's all about at hat with a capital hat. I don't know
Cat
what
in the
that-
hat?
All it's all about at hat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't understand the riddle. I'm not going to get out of the escape room.
See, it's not as easy as you think. Calling me stupid.
I mean, you are. But
Well,
that's-
yeah, but still, I don't like hearing it.
So I do want to hear more about your experience, but more onto your guys' escape rooms. And maybe this is just a question about escape rooms in general. Is there a specified like time duration to complete them? Is it an hour?
Yeah, you have 60 minutes to complete each room.
Okay.
No. I think mine was an hour.
Both of our rooms are kid-friendly. A lot of people ask that all the time. His is dark. You start out with flashlights, so if your kid's afraid of the dark, that's a different story.
We have about a half an hour between each time block, and if there's no one coming after them, we'll let
you finish.
Groups finish. And one group, almost 2 hours they took.
Wow.
Almost 2 hours.
Yeah, I think it was a mother and a grandmother and a child, and we just let them go because there was nobody behind them. We're just like, let them go. But then when they came back to do the next room, they actually booked, and then they booked with other people, so the other people kind of pushed them through.
Yeah.
What's the biggest group you can have in a room?
His room, 10 would be max. My room, 12. We've had 12 in my room pretty easily.
What's the smallest crowd you've ever had go through?
Two.
Two.
You got to have at least two.
At least
Especially-
two?
You can't beat my room without two people.
Yeah.
Not even Shaq.
Did they
Spoiler
beat
alert.
it? Did they beat it? Just the two of them?
Yes, they did. And actually, it was our
Wow.
first customers, and they actually came back yesterday, and they beat the cabin, too.
Wow.
And he
In a
was-
kilt, no
And
less.
he was wearing a kilt.
He was wearing a kilt.
I love them already. It's
He's wearing a kilt.
fan favorite.
You can probably see him on our Facebook.
It's awesome.
Unity Escape Rooms. Yeah.
Do you just this is a not random, but do you think that people who work with just the people that they know fare better, or do you think that groups that are kind of combined, like if it's two people, but they don't know each other, like who tends to fare better when they kind of go into the rooms?
I guess it depends on their personalities, because if you're just shy and want to sit back and watch, or if you're the take charge type of person. And like I said, we've had groups go in and mesh great, and they beat the room, and they do a great job, and then they instantly want to do the next one, and then the next group they grew up with, they just didn't mesh well because they weren't listening to them or their advice.
Yeah.
So it can go both ways.
Yeah.
feel
In my
like-
experience, the few that I've done, like when I see like big family groups go in, they tend to bicker a lot.
Yeah, I feel like
Whereas
family would be the worst.
Yeah, I think family would be the
possible
worst.
combination.
Yeah.
Because just like if you go on any family trip, if something breaks and like it's just chaos
Yeah.
because somebody thinks they can fix it, someone else thinks they can fix it better.
Yeah,
and
right.
then like everyone's putting their 2 cents in, and yeah.
It's fun to watch them do the directional lock, though.
Yes.
If we have a directional lock, and everybody.
Oh, here, give it to me. I'll
everybody
do
who
it.
sits down starts to reference Contra. Up, up, down, down. Left, right. Like, no, there ain't no A, B, no select or start.
Oh shit. That's
So,
great.
but even there's a girl today. She referenced Contra. I said, "There's no way you've ever played Contra." Well, I watched somebody play it. I was like, I said, "You're way too young. You've never played Contra in your life."
You have no idea.
Yeah, exactly. You have no idea
You
what
don't
it's
know
like
the
to
struggle.
keep jumping and jumping.
Yeah.
Got to make it to the top.
So funny.
So yeah,
That's great.
but yeah, that directional lock is great because we have one out in the lobby, and anybody who goes into his room, I'm like, "Here, you need to practice this lock." Oh, we got this. I'm like, okay. And they get in the room and, no, you don't.
I would say generally, as a rule, anybody who makes the statement, either I got this or we got this, they don't have it.
I think in like just pop culture in general, anybody who makes that statement, they don't got it.
Yeah.
Like they'll die or
Yeah.
exacerbate things,
And
just make things terrible for
I'm
everybody
fully
else.
confident that escape rooms function under that same rule.
Except they
because-
won't, but they probably won't die.
No, but I mean,
But-
if you go in there overconfident, I mean, you're gonna get bested.
You're gonna get humbled.
Do you? Yeah, if you go in
Easily.
overconfident, we're getting less likely to give you clues and be like, all right, we'll see. But I mean, if you're a fun group and, I mean,
Do you think anyone ever comes out a changed individual? Like they come in with all that bravado and then they're broken by the end, or are they just pissed off?
we have seen, you will see it on the screen when they know they've lost. at about 2 minutes, their hustle is gone and their shoulders droop. And they're just like, we are done. We're
so great that they just get to witness defeat.
I had a guy, because we have notepads in there. We cleared the notepads. This one guy said, we're all dead. And I literally left that piece of paper in the cabin on the table for the next group to find. We're all dead.
So good.
It was great.
Oh,
He's
that's
like,
great.
we're all dead. Like, we're not going to make it out of this.
It's so funny.
No, I know you guys said your rooms are kid friendly. Do you guys do like the jump scares or
No.
No.
We don't have any live actors. I mean, our sound effects are good enough to scare the crap out of people. I mean,
Yeah.
We have some pretty nice speakers.
I remember ours that like it didn't have. There were no like jump scares or anything like that, but they had like sound effects and when you do something, the lights will dim but honestly, it's already creepy enough to just be in the room because you don't have your cell phone. You know what I mean? Like they take that away from you. So the only connection you have are the people that are standing in the room with you, and then that door shuts behind you. And yes, of course, there's an emergency exit, but it's like you're basically locked in a room with strangers, and the only way out is to figure whatever the fuck is ahead of you. So
do you ever get people that are weird about surrendering their phones and stuff like that before going?
No, we have lockers there. They can lock it.
I have had a few people who are like, I don't want to. Or, I mean, if you tell me, hey, we got a babysitter and I'd like to keep my phone, no problem. I just tell you no pictures, no videos, because we don't want that stuff to leak out for the next people. So I have a son too, so I can, okay, I can see that. But I'm going to watch you. And if you pull out your phone, I'm going to radio in because we have radios, we can communicate.
Mm-hmm.
I'll say, hey, if I see you think you're taking a picture or something, I'll just stop the game and have you remove it.
Is it a radio or do you come in like the voice of God?
Depends
It's a
on
radio.
No, well, yeah, that one. I can come in on the Nest camera.
There are sound effects.
Because I can watch even when I'm not there and he's there, I can watch it. And he had this one group, and it was the last group of the night, and they were all standing there. And I chimed in on Nest, and he walks in, and we have shirts like this. I was like, kill the guy in the blue shirt. And everybody looks at the camera like, what? You'll redeem yourself if you kill the guy in the blue shirt. Because they failed the room.
That's funny.
So it's just fun to watch. Even if I'm not there, it's just fun to watch people because just their reactions to stuff.
Yeah.
People who are overly excited. We had this group come in. It was a husband and wife, and the husband had brought his mom and dad. And then right when I opened the door, you see the wife's like, oh, we're going in this room. And then so they came out, they beat the temple, and they're like, okay, we want to do the cabin. And granted, these people are like 40 years old, right? And the mom's like, I think you've spent enough on this stuff. And they're like, okay. So they all get in their separate cars and leave, and then the two walk back in. They left. We're good. We can go do the room now. I'm like, you guys are 40. You just say you want to do it. So they actually came in. The two of them, they beat the cabin too.
Wow.
They did a good job.
That's cool. That's really
They're
good.
avid ones. They told us. A lot of times they come in, people tell us their stories about other escape rooms. And like there's one in L.A. where they have a live zombie, and he's on a chain. And as your time deteriorates, his chain gets longer.
No shit.
And if he touches you, you're out of the game, which, So, and that's stuff that's in LA and too high a rent for us.
But that just shows you like how big of a thing this escape room is. That like you've got a live actor that's willing to be a zombie for an hour at a time.
Sounds like a rough gig.
Yeah, it sounds like a rough. Look, it's LA. They'll do fucking anything to say they're an actor.
Like I played in the show.
Yeah, no, for sure. But that just shows you like just how far people want escape rooms to go. Like it's crazy.
It's an hour to get away from your normal life and all your problems.
Yeah.
And that's, it's just much like a video game.
Yep.
Because people come in and ask, is this virtual reality? I said, yeah, sort of. Just without the
No,
goggles.
it is.
It's real reality.
Just
No,
without
it
the
is.
goggles, you know.
Guys, this is a gateway drug to murder basements.
Oh, yeah.
okay?
Oh, for sure. Well,
Yeah.
for sure. Yeah,
Well, we bought this cabin. We're gonna just set one up out there.
yeah.
I actually I spam Facebook a lot with ads, and had a guy message me, where's the cabin at? Like, it's an escape room. It's not a real cabin.
Honestly, that would be like
that
the
is-
coolest thing you could do.
That's pretty fucking.
Then you have
creepy,
another guy who
actually.
says, "Oh, if it's so secluded, how you got a picture of it?" Like, really, dude? Like, these are the questions. I'm sure you get the same stuff here, but you're just like, where was your mom? What kind of drugs were you doing?
I do know the dinner detective has received a phone message that they passed on to their managers that somebody called asking them to solve an actual murder.
You know what? That murder mystery you talked about, I did that one. And I actually guessed the damn murderer in that one. I just didn't word it right. And I guessed who it was, and it was totally off the wall. And then one of my buddies I went with guessed it too. We're the only two. But I had a little extra and added sex and stuff in there. And it wasn't about that at all, I guess.
Just trying to spice it up.
But it was the same concept of the end.
Is there sex in our show, Mike?
But no, he actually
Not
won.
enough.
But it was
There is
really,
fisting, though.
that is a really funny show. That was a really good show.
That's
Which one did you go to?
The one in Claremont.
Oh, okay,
The
yeah.
one you guys that are promoting it.
Yeah,
We went
for
to that
sure.
with me and my wife. We took a group of friends.
Oh, that's awesome.
It was
Yeah,
a
we
lot of
both
fun.
he doesn't do it nearly as much because he does all the back end stuff. But
Wait,
yeah,
wait,
actually,
what does he do?
he does the back end, like the fisting stuff.
yeah.
yeah, for the dinner detective.
Just
right.
want to make sure I heard it right.
Yeah.
Yeah. But no, I've actually done. I've come back and I've started performing in the show. So
Nice.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's,
But I do love when someone fills out the answer form and it's like a book and then it's onto the back page.
Oh, my word.
And nothing is right.
Not
Yeah.
even close.
At all.
Those are the best. Those
Is
are
that
super
show the
fun.
same every time you go in, or is it different?
There's 3 different scripts that get changed about every 6 months or so.
That's why I didn't say anything. I didn't want to give anything away.
It's smart man. Smart man.
Just like somebody coming on here talking about us, we don't want to give anything away.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Be
no.
nice.
It
good.
is one of those things too
It was
where it's
good.
like while I've said certain things about the escape room that I did, I'm trying really hard not to say
You've
where.
never named the escape room.
I've
so
never
we're
named the
good.
escape
We're
room.
good.
I'm trying hard not to say.
Now
what
everybody
it
who
is.
goes to escape room has a key. They're gonna be hitting
Yeah, they're gonna be hitting pipes. Yeah,
And
for
they're
sure.
gonna be
I
like,
love
this
it.
gotta work.
I
He said it
love
works.
I love it. But it is one of those things that even though
Drive someone insane. Where's the fucking magnet?
he said there was a magnet, God damn it! He spent just an hour berating their fellow people about a magnet on a key.
Just crumpled in a corner at the end.
If somebody does that in one of your, I need to see that video. I have to see my handiwork.
It'll work out good. In our
Pen
room.
is blue.
I have to know.
It'll work out good in your room.
Yeah.
But it is one of those things that I would not want to spoil for someone because
No.
as disappointing as it was that we didn't beat the room, it was so much fun and it's so rewarding to go in not knowing what to expect. Like that is one of the most fun aspects of the game is as you start to unlock these clues, it's like, oh my God, this chest opened and there's something like,
It
or another
excites
door
everybody,
opened
yeah.
and
Everybody
it's
gets excited.
so cool. And like I just feel like if you're an asshole and you spoil that for somebody, like you're taking so much out of how fun it is
Right.
to achieve something in the room, even if the room beats you.
Yeah.
If you get far enough, like there's so many cool things that happen when you achieve something. It's a blast.
Have you guys ever had anybody like completely defeated by the room? Like
Oh
they
my
didn't
God.
solve anything?
The people like you pick that up in the first 5 to 10 minutes, and you're like, okay, I really have to feed this guy every clue I have on my screen, and then. Because we have buttons, he set up our whole website, so we have buttons we can press, and it'll give them the hint as they go. And these are ones like, okay, I hit the button, and now I'm going to add to it because I need to get into that much detail because they're not going to understand what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And I think my wife said she went through that at the end of the night tonight. She said, I have to damn near give them she texts me all the time. I have to damn near give these people the actual code so they'll just keep moving forward.
Yeah.
But on to what you said, I had a lady tell me that they had a person who came in the room who had already done the room, and they just were solving stuff left and right, and they're just like,
Oh, that's
and they beat it really fast. And like,
that's dumb.
and I said I would have stopped the game and thrown the person out.
Yo,
They're just doing it for
Because-
XP, man.
Yeah, right. They just want to level
Fucking
up.
XP.
New
they're
game
going.
plus.
They're going back to an easier level now that they're level 19. They're doing a
Right.
level 1, just trying to knock it out.
It's like that South Park where they just
trying
gotta
to
kill the
farm
level
mats.
1 pigs forever.
Yeah.
But like, what would be
Sort
the
of destiny.
what would be the point of that? Like, I get.
Well,
look,
I said that
understand.
too. I don't.
I guess I understand if you like Dinner Detective, if you've seen it before, there is a prize for getting to being the winner, but is that prize really going to offset the price you paid to come back and just to ace the thing? Like with the, like, I don't understand why you would do that. It's like, well, I've done this before, so
and
I'm
then
just
your
gonna
group of
fucking
people
show
who
everybody
haven't
up.
done it, and you just ruin it for them.
Yeah,
And
right.
if I were those people, and if it was one of us, I'd say, hey, I'll let you guys do the other room for free because that's just wrong.
Yeah,
it's wrong to us.
The only thing in the realm of possibility is if this person failed it before, early on, and came back and just got through the first few things.
Yeah,
we've had people where they've gotten not even halfway, and I've come in and say, hey, look, I got a group behind you. I'll make you a deal. You can pay half price and come back and do the room again, or I can walk you through the rest and let you see the ending. You know, so we do offer that. It's only happened like twice, I think. Out of
That's pretty cool though,
60
because we
groups,
didn't
like-
get that. But yeah,
if they're right at the end, if they're like a step or two away, like these people were barely 50% into the room. So that was their first time doing it. They were a family. They had a young kid with them. Like they bring in their 10-year-olds who realistically they just want to open locks. They're not solving very much.
Yeah, right.
And it's funny because my son, who's 5, went in the room with a group of my friends. I let him go in there because he knows what's going on. He watched me build the whole thing. And they're trying to figure stuff out. And he's telling them and they're ignoring him. And so my hint to them was, listen to Riley. And I sent it. And they were like, what? And then he started telling them, you're doing it wrong. You need to do this. And they're like, so they started listening to him and they progressed. I was like, I don't got to give any more hints. He'll give them all the hints.
So funny.
So, but yeah,
it's interesting though because we've had a couple of groups come through that they've done over 100 escape rooms up and down California, and you can kind of see how like they'll take everything that they've used and put in the middle, like in the middle of the room. But like in the temple though, there's things that you have to keep using, and then
well, it's like your room. You can go back and forth and back and forth and back and forth, and you know,
so things like that will work against you if you don't.
Yeah, a lot of people do escape rooms like we use it once, we throw it away. I'm like, okay, you keep that mindset.
Yeah,
it's crazy to think that there's people that, like almost like they're professional escape room.
Oh,
like that's their
for
thing. Like they
sure.
just do that.
What we found out is, so we had 2 Yelpers contacts, right? Oh, we're Yelpers, this and that, and so we gave them a pretty decent discount to come because we want their Yelp review. Neither one of Yelp review. And the ones that say they've got 150 games under their belt between the two of them just got annihilated in our rooms.
Really?
They failed both rooms.
She was the one who was saying 22 divided by 11 is 11.
Wow.
And you're just like, you've done how many escapes? See, there comes a point where you're overthinking everything.
Yeah, right.
And it's like just...
Yeah. But then it also
sense.
goes into that overconfidence of like, yeah, dude, that's great that you've done 100 escape rooms and this is like your thing. But you should know that not every escape room is the same. Like, yes, they clearly have the same overall concepts of, not everything is as it seems, and you have to, unlock things, and you've got to pay attention. But like every person, and that's what I think makes you escape rooms so unique, even though there's so many, is like doing a cabin's not the same as doing a temple, as doing, the zombie one in LA. Like they're all completely creative concepts that someone was like, what if we trap people in a room and did this? And that is so, you can't duplicate that, even if you want to. Like, it's really hard to duplicate.
And honestly, like, I didn't even know that there were themes
until
tonight. Like, you guys have just fucking opened my eyes. I literally thought it was like you were locked in a room and somebody was like, I want to play a little game.
Yeah, no, there's one in...
And a saw comes out, cut off your arm.
No, there's one in, I think it's for no reason at all, but there's one in Ohio that is specifically a Harry Potter escape room, where you are basically trapped in a room in Hogwarts and you have to escape. So yeah, the themes are a big deal. Even the one that I did, they have another room that's like right around the corner that's run by the same person, and that one is a completely different concept from the one that we did. That one's like a hotel escape, and you're basically locked in a hotel room, and you have to like I would assume it would be completely different than the one that we tried to do.
There's actually a someone, I don't know how they did it, but they bought a train in Canada, and it's an escape train.
Get the fuck out!
It's actually a moving one.
Are you serious? Holy shit!
So you got to escape
crazy.
while it's moving until it stops.
No way! Oh my god, that's
crazy. I feel like that would just add to the pressure.
Oh yeah, it would. I'm already stressed out just thinking.
Especially if like you don't want to go to Ontario. You're just like, I just want to stay over here in BC. I don't want to go there.
Wow, that's insane. Yeah, people go
Yeah.
balls out on this.
Well, I mean, it's just all in your mindset, right? Like, I think there was one they were saying was in a different state too, where you went in and an avalanche was supposed to have happened, and your job was to break out. And then when you come out of the room, they're like, okay, well, we can reset up the room a different way, and then you can be the rescuers coming into the room, trying to.
I think that's the one in Big Bear. Actually,
Is it Big Bear?
I think it's Big Bear.
I heard the one in Big Bear, they handcuffed everybody to something, and your first project was everybody was handcuffed, was to
No
find
shit,
to get
really?
out. But for me, I'm just thinking liability, fire hazard. I'm thinking a lot of stuff's going through my mind.
Well,
Like,
Big Bear's like the Wild West, so
there's never any fires up there.
If I went to an escape room and their first act of business was handcuffing everyone, I would probably lean over to someone and I'd be like, did we look into these guys?
Yeah,
like,
right.
what's about to
we're
happen
sure
here?
this is an escape
Are
room,
we in
not
a
a
hostel?
murder basement.
Did you bring
Yeah.
the live scan machine?
Yeah.
Please put your fingers here.
Look, there's a very thin line between an escape room and a murder basement, like Mike said,
Telling
because you can advertise all you want, be like, oh, brand new escape room and blah, 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 blah. First thing we're going to do is handcuff and blindfold you. Next
look,
thing you know.
There are
How you supposed to
statistics
get
on
reviews
this.
then?
There are statistics on this, guys. 1 in 2 owners of any murder room, actually escape room, do have a murder basement. There's statistics on this. I don't know which one, but it's a thing.
Guilty.
It's true. You don't believe me? Google it.
his
Hold
is a
on,
cabin.
let me add a Wikipedia page. Hold on.
His is a cabin, so I'm gonna go cabin first, temple second. Creepy cabin, human sacrifice. I don't know which one. I'm gonna go with creepy cabin.
Also on Twitch, Chaotic Keezer said escape rooms are like saw concept ? I want to play a game. So I don't know if you threw that up before I said that thing, or we're just on the same wavelength. Twisted minds. I don't know, but
yes and no. They're not nearly as twisted. I look. No one's losing.
There are some.
Well, there are some that have you sign a
There's-
waiver because you're going to get the crap beat out of you.
There's
in a
some
way.
that have actual
Really?
live actors
Yeah.
who chase you with chainsaws.
Are you
And
fucking
It's
serious?
called like you, and it literally you're trapped in a basement and you are blindfolded and you have to escape this basement before the killer comes home. And as you're slowly escaping, chainsaws and stuff start running and people start.
What the?
Yeah.
fuck?
That's what I mean. It's all on the builder's imagination.
yeah, but I mean, I
we're
actually
trying to stay kid friendly and they're trying to stay horror friendly.
I do believe that though, because once a year people pay big money to go to Universal and have that done to them.
Yeah,
and
that's true.
Like they have Leatherface running through the streets and
Yeah.
terrifying people. I mean, I don't know who is like, oh my God, that's a real chainsaw. But the 1 year I went, I saw Leatherface chase this teen. Like, he was running as if his fucking life depended. It was the funniest thing I'd ever seen in my life.
It is, of all of those things, like the horror nights and the Universal Studio, all of those things, my favorite part of not even the mazes. My favorite part is watching people freak the fuck out when the actors come, because what happens is if you don't scream and you don't acknowledge them when they come up to you,
You're fine.
They will absolutely, you'll never interact with them. But the minute you freak out and try to run, that is a cat call for every fucking actor in the park to just fucking swarm in on
Blood
you.
in the water.
Yeah,
Dude,
they look for it. They look for it.
Save
They're
it, not
told to
scary
look
part,
for
right?
it.
It is my favorite thing in the world to watch. It is so funny to watch people just freak out in terror. Oh, it's so great. I love it. I love it.
Now, Danny, you mentioned something about some room where they beat the shit out of you.
Yeah, I think it. I want to.
We have
remember
a question
correctly.
on Twitch that says, "Now, are you responsible if you beat the shit out of them?"
I mean, I don't. I don't know.
That's the
I
waiver
heard
you
of one
sign,
a
you
couple
will
years
not
ago.
strike.
Yeah.
And it was around Halloween time. Like I want to say it was one of these Halloween escape room pop-ups. I think it was called like Blackout or one of those things.
That's how it ends.
Yeah. And so yeah, you have to sign a waiver because there's like light waterboarding involved.
Are you sure that wasn't that was a couple years ago at the Pomona Fair place?
Yeah, yeah,
Rob
yeah.
Zombie did it.
Yes, Rob Zombies. Yes.
Yeah, it was like
Whoa.
American something Psycho or something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, you sign a waiver, and if you were okay with getting touched, they put they got goat's blood. They put a cross on your forehead.
Yeah.
And that's who the actors could know. Okay, we can grab this person.
Wow.
That's crazy.
There's,
and
there, you know
you're
what,
not
though?
and you're not allowed to grab them back.
No,
Well, just
you're
generally
not.
that's
Because
a rule.
I mean, technically you're there for this experience, so I don't think you're gonna want to
Yeah.
fight back.
There is one, and this isn't
Some
an,
people
that's not
just
an
knee-jerk
escape room though.
reaction.
That's
No,
that's a
it
haunted
was-
house.
yeah, it was a haunted
right?
house that Rob Zombie did.
There is one. There's a haunted house in San Diego where they only take 50 participants a year. You get vetted by just they test you for like heart problems and
This might be the blackout thing that I was
they
talking
go
about.
through like a whole physical thing, and like you have to submit. Like there's no payment. You submit for this, and then they select you based on your criteria. You sign, dude. The shit that happens in this thing is absolutely insane.
Naked
So
and
you
afraid.
sign. You don't just sign a waiver that says like the actors can touch you. Like you sign a full, complete waiver that you are okay with. Like
I will not sue.
Yeah, you will not sue.
It's the Sasha Grey waiver.
It is no for sure.
sign
Like,
her waiver.
Honey, the name of this room is snuff film.
So you
Sasha Grey's gonna do what to me?
basically sign a full on waiver that you are okay with actually getting hurt, like because you will like they don't just touch you; they have full autonomy to do pretty much whatever they want to you without actually threatening your life, like without actually like. But you go through this room. This haunted house is 3 hours long. They are it is so stupid. It's 3 hours long, and they are allowed to pretty much do whatever they want. I mean, they can
Over the clothing stuff.
Yeah, no, they can.
It's the
They
movie
can
Under the
Gamer.
clothing
It's the
stuff.
movie
they
Gamer
can
without the
handcuff
chips.
you, they can tie you, they can put stuff over your head, they can push you around, they can punch you, they can hit you with things, they can pour stuff over your face, they can lock you in things. So they'll lock you in coffins, they'll put you in like weird BDM stuff.
S&M.
They do all kinds of shit, and once you go in, there is no safe word. Like once you're in there,
Flagen.
I'm sorry. Did you just say Flugingenheimlen?
okay.
Okay.
I love it. That's so good. Oh
Bring
my
on the
God.
Flugingenheimlen.
Oh my God, I love it. But yeah, there's no safe word. You just
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah,
seems
no,
like
it
a
is
very-
it is insane.
Seems like a very exclusive clientele. I
No,
went
it
in,
is.
I went into just a regular haunted house once, and they had these dudes in like Jason masks running around with their fake meat cleavers, and they would run up and they would grab your arm and put it up against the wall, and they would hit the cleaver near your arm to like make
Yeah.
And this asshat clipped my arm with the cleaver, but then he fucking took off. But I was so irritated. I was like, come back here.
It was the guy in the Jason mask.
Bastard.
Yeah. But yeah, there are definitely ones where you can just be like, yeah, I'm totally fine with torture. I love it. Let's do it. Like you sign on for a fucking murder basement. That's what you get.
That's why I'm waiting for the 50 Shades of Grey maze at Universal.
God damn it. I hate you.
Did you just roll your eyes at me?
You think there's gonna be a mummy maze?
God, I hope not.
It's just people in Tom Cruise masks.
I'm in love with Katie Holmes. I'm in love with Katie Holmes.
I'm not crazy. I'm in love with Katie Holmes.
They just actually just take you up in the air and crash a plane.
Yeah.
With you in it.
You'll live.
You'll live. You have to.
Yeah. By the power of Scientology.
You will live.
Shit.
Oh, now you've done it.
Oh, now you pissed him off. Anonymous is gonna go get him again.
I mean, all this stuff, I would like to try one, but at the same time, I don't know if I want to feel like a retard at the end of the night.
That's why you
know
bring
what I mean?
smart people with you, right?
Yeah.
But see,
Go find those doctors.
when
He
we
doesn't know
did
any.
when we did ours, like I didn't feel like there was nobody there that was like nobody was necessarily dumb. I mean, I think our issue was we didn't really mesh with the people that like,
Did you
we
beat
went
the
with.
room?
No, we absolutely
you're
did
dumb.
not. How dare you? You don't even know what room we did.
It had something to do with the key and a magnet. I bet.
But yeah, so we tried. There was one couple that had done it before, and then the rest of us had never done it before. So it was, for my girlfriend and I, and then a couple that we knew, and we hadn't done it before. One couple had done it, and then another couple they hadn't, and not everybody was kind of all on the same page. So everybody kind of just fucked off and did their own thing in different parts of the room. So that. It was hard to kind of get everybody to go together. So I almost feel like I'd rather have, friends that want to come in and do it, and then we can all kind of try to. And I think we probably could have done it.
Well,
but
do you guys because you said families bicker, but do like groups of friends bicker the same way, or do they work?
Everybody
very well?
bickers.
Yeah.
Everybody?
At some point in time, like that group last night, when one guy lost the card, he just, even in his picture, you saw he stood backwards. He stood backwards because he knew he messed up. He delayed him 10 minutes just looking for the card.
Yeah.
But it does depend on who you bring. I mean, the more people you bring, the more people will think outside of the box or give ideas. It's like that old saying, too many chiefs, not enough Indians. This time you want all the chiefs there because you want everybody participating.
Yeah.
You want everybody giving their input. because somebody's gonna. There's certain parts where they're saying the right thing, but nobody's listening to it. I'm just like, wow.
Yeah.
And then you
know?
have if you have small groups, then you guys put them together. In a room,
No,
or
they
how
got
does
to
that
book
work?
at the same time.
Okay.
If they book at the same time, we have time slots. There's 8 slots, but we can accommodate up to more. So if you call in and let's say you have 10 people, we'll just book the whole room for you, and nobody else can book in.
And do strangers generally kind of like what he was saying, where they just kind of do their own thing, or do they?
I haven't seen that. I mean, there was that group of 5 and 2, and then once they got to the next part, the group of 2 kind of hung back and completed some stuff that the group of 5 just forgot about.
Yeah.
So it worked out in their favor, because when you go into a room, I mean, some rooms are different. We have multiple ways to start. There's not one way to start.
Yeah.
I mean, some rooms are like that. You have to complete this to move forward.
Yeah, the
on
algorithm is
anything.
very specific.
And so we're like, no, we don't want to do that. If there's 12 people in there, I don't want 8 people standing around. I want people working on a project over here, over there,
Right.
doing something. What's this lock? Where do we get this code?
Yeah.
Colors and symbols mean a lot in our room. So
Yeah.
you come to our rooms, symbols and colors.
Yeah.
Because of the fact that people overthink it, do they ever, if they're in with a group that they don't know, are they always like, I think they're part of it? Is there ever like suspicion in that regard?
Well, but there's a lot of, like you were saying, where you let your kid go with this group, and he's like giving all the right answers, and they're like,
they just ignore him.
It
happens with adults.
and it happens with adults. That was my point. Yeah, a lot of times, especially if they're strangers, you want to try to listen to everybody, but at the same time, it's you kind of get in this mindset of like, yeah, it's not going to work.
Yeah.
But it might. And so you have to just kind of try everything that everybody suggests. As dumb as it is, as weird as it is, as crazy as
and
it sounds.
the groups that do that succeed the most.
Yeah.
If they listen to everybody and everybody puts a little too, because somebody might say something that triggers, hey, wait, you put this and this together.
Yeah.
This is the right way to do it. I've heard plenty of people say, God, I'm stupid, because it's so simple and it's right in
Yeah.
their front of their face. And even the guy last night, one of our first time customers, he says, I've been to a lot of escape rooms, and your escape rooms, I find myself saying I'm stupid quite a bit. There's a guy who was wearing a kilt, and he says, and he even said it that night. I heard him say it out loud. He said, I say it to myself a lot, but I said it out loud to myself. And I said, yeah, we heard you, because we can hear and see everything. you're
Yeah,
doing,
right.
Right.
Yeah.
So I want to make sure you're not destroying a room or pulling out a phone.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, right. No, of course.
Setting it on fire.
Yeah, right. I'll beat this escape room.
You'd be surprised. People would just take mirrors off walls, and you're like, "What are you doing?
What are you doing? Put it back."
Yeah. Well, I believe that because like Dinner Detective, people steal clues and stuff like that, and it's like, why?
Right.
Like,
well, there's like
same thing happens to us. We gotta
Yeah.
tell people, please don't put stuff in your pockets. We've had decoders, cards, flashlights, and we'll call these people because we got their number. Hey, you took this. Okay, I'll mail it back. So we always have to have backups of everything. For us, it's a learning curve. We're learning pretty fast. We're learning pretty fast. Where tell people like, don't take the mirror off the wall.
Yeah.
Don't touch this.
I would say as a general
don't do
rule,
that.
people are dishonest.
Yeah, well, and I know when I did my room, they were pretty specific about the stuff that you can and can't touch. Like they had a lot of things that were, they basically said, these are all the things that are going to be available to you. These are the things that are not available to you. That mirror, there is no clue behind the mirror. So
We say this- kind of the same thing,
it's
but
stuff like that where it's like they're pretty specific.
Please
where
don't
it's
flip
like,
over the furniture. There's nothing.
yeah,
hidden
right.
underneath.
Don't
There's no
move
code.
the pictures.
Don't
Like
need to
they're
stack it.
the pictures are there. They're on the wall. But I'm telling you right now, as the master,
Yeah.
there is no clue behind the picture.
Yep, and sadly, I guarantee.
Even
Oh,
when you
for
say
sure.
it-
I think we still did it. I think
They
we still did it.
We've had groups. I tell them right at the end, right before, hey, don't take this mirror off the wall. And then I start the video, and then it ends. The first thing the damn guy does, and I'm like, and I radio in. He's like, oh yeah, I forgot. I'm like, it's been freaking a minute and a half.
tricking me, man.
It's been a minute and a half.
No, we said they were rules, they're not guidelines.
This isn't the pirate code.
That's so funny.
Yeah, people don't listen though.
Nope.
They just-
No, we absolutely do not.
Or like you said, they overthink it, and they're like, no, they're fucking with us.
They want us to lose.
We play a video in the beginning, right? And each video is like 60 seconds long, maybe a little more. And I say, right when the video ends, you're okay. You can start playing. I'll walk out of the room, and they'll start playing. And I'll start the movie, and they ignore the movie. And it's like, you're going to miss the hints. You're going to miss,
Yeah,
while you're there.
the solution could be in the video. and they
Yeah,
just
no,
ignore
for
it.
sure.
'cause-
Right? Yeah.
It's human nature, man.
It's like one of those things. It's like read every direction, and then they
like-
miss that first direction that
It's like when
says.
a man's building something, he kind of just skims how to build it and then starts building it.
Yeah.
Oh, I see the picture. I'm good.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about, Danny, because I had a teacher that did that to us.
So did I.
It's a long fucking list of shit to do, and the very last, but it says at the top, read through this entirely before tackling any task on this list, because the last fucking thing on there says ignore everything else on this list.
Yeah.
But just sign your name.
Yeah. But nobody, fucking everyone just starts.
That's similar to one of my things in my room. Please read everything.
I'm going to start taking notes so I can do this.
Yeah.
Well, the most advice for new people that when they come in, it's like I say, hey, if there's a journal, go page by page.
Yeah.
If you skim ahead, you're reading that stuff you're not even at, and it's going to throw you off.
Yeah, right.
And people who do that get messed up, and then they're flipping back and forth.
Yeah,
and now
right.
I lost our place. And
Yeah.
So most time that's the advice I give to new people when they're coming in or new groups. I'm like, hey, you're going to get this. So this is just take your time, act like you're reading an actual book and go page by page. You don't read the middle, then read the end, then come back to the beginning.
Yeah.
So
Now, the long-term goal for you guys, do you eventually intend to have more than 2 rooms running at the same time? Or?
yeah, that's why we're working on the third one, the Wizard Room. We're working on it. Like I said, we're actually handcrafting wands, so we're gonna sell those along with the room. So you can buy your own nicely done handcrafted wand, or we'll give you a cheesy stick and say, go ahead,
Nice.
into the room. So
I'm a sucker for that shit. I went through the whole thing at Harry Potter World in Florida. I bought my wand. I went through the whole fucking wizard thing. Yeah, no, I
just couldn't pay $50 for a stick.
didn't care. I was like, I'm done.
Well,
I know I'm never
right there
going
with
to
you.
use it, and I was like, fuck it. It's been sitting in a box since I bought
If
it,
it was
but
a
I don't care.
lightsaber that cut through metal, sure, I would buy it.
No, we went to Universal. I went with my girlfriend, and we actually went through the the wand.
Yeah,
I actually
yeah.
got you.
The
Here
old
I am,
Niners.
39 years old, and I'm like giddy as a schoolgirl.
I didn't get
He wore the
selected.
dress too.
I didn't get selected, but I watched the kid get selected, and I was like, fuck, I want to do that. That looks
It
awesome.
was so fun.
The wand chose him.
Oh, dude, it's so cool. The way they do it is just.
Yeah.
It's
I
so cool.
wonder.
Yeah. You're like, wait, do you?
Look,
oh my God.
I will say this: the Wizarding World of Harry Potter at Universal, especially in Florida, is one of the most amazing experiences of my life.
Yes.
But, okay, fuck wizards, okay? Because apparently they don't have diabetics, and you can't get butterbeer for a diabetic. Sons of bitches.
Yeah.
My boss tried, and because they have to stay in character, they have to be like, I have no not what you speak of. Like all this wizardy stuff.
Yeah.
No, we don't have that. We don't have anything diet. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Get out of here, Muggle. Damn it.
Go get a fire whiskey.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
No,
Okay,
as far as the the temple, that'll probably go on for a good while. But the plan for the cabin is to kind of move to the next step in the storyline in 9 months.
Okay.
We can keep. I think that one will probably be different iterations, different stories. But yeah, and then we'll have the wizard room as well.
Yeah.
So eventually, we want to have 4 total rooms. We want to have a seasonal room.
I want to pitch an idea, a business opportunity for you guys. Let's call it Escape Land, the new theme park
There you go.
by Disney. No, by you guys.
So then everybody gets trapped inside. Nobody ever leaves.
Yeah.
Just keep buying the cotton
Just
candy.
keep spending money.
Keep buying the cotton
This is
candy.
a theme park with escape rooms. I feel like it could be done.
Well, they made a sex park. Why not?
Why- yeah,
You
why
know?
not?
What
Think
was
Why
it?
not put the 2 ideas together?
In order to get out
They
of
did that
here.
Florgan flag
Have you guys
Yeah,
been to
yeah.
this snuff film theme park? Sounds interesting.
Did
You
you
gotta
guys-
sign a waiver.
Did you guys hear that? I read somewhere that the new Star Wars theme park in the hotel, you actually get a backstory. if
Yeah.
stay at the
You do.
hotel.
Yeah.
You actually have a reputation in that park.
Oh
So
my.
depending on what you do and how you do it in that park, that'll stay with you when you check into any kind of thing at that park.
Have they gone into detail on like how that works?
So apparently, there will be.
I don't want to be a scruffy-looking nerf herder.
Well, I mean, hey, you already have it down. Damn it. No, apparently there's going to be events or certain ride aspects where your character will be given choices, and depending on those choices, it'll affect your reputation with how Disneyland cast members and other animatronic things see and react to you.
It sounds so complicated. Like, how would they know? You have to have like a badge that they
Oh,
scan
they
and
gotta
then they
chip
treat you
you, just-
appropriately.
they
I
put a
would
chip
imagine,
in
yeah.
you.
Yeah.
It'll probably be one of those
Stop
Disneyland
just
bracelet
taking over
things.
the world.
I don't care.
Every
Inject it.
trip to
Yep.
Disney
I'm in.
involves
I just heard
minor
about-
surgery.
I'm down. I
I
don't.
just heard
I don't
about
care.
Google turning off their AI because he created his own language.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Here
Look,
we
if
go,
you,
Terminator again.
I don't care if I can just pretend to be in Star Wars for a night at a hotel. I'm fucking sold. I don't
in.
care. I'm so in. I think it's
that might
only,
be
Shut
one
up
of
and
our
take my
escape
money.
yeah, right.
Yeah.
They're only building it at Disney World, right?
No, they're doing it at California. At Disneyland too.
That's where that big ass land is going
Sure.
in.
Yeah.
They're doing Star Wars Land.
No, I know they're doing Star Wars Land, but the hotel that you're
Oh, the
talking
hotel.
about,
No, I think the hotel
that
is.
one is only in
That one's
Florida.
only at Florida.
Yeah, that one's only in Florida.
But the park where you have the Reputation, that's going in at both.
Is it really?
Yeah, the
'Cause
Reputation thing is going to be
I
at
thought
both.
the hotel was the Reputation. So like you go to this hotel, you check in, you get your backstory, and that hotel room that you check into, you don't get to look out to the actual outside. It's just all space. So you're basically in your own spaceship, and then everything
like
that
you're
you
on a
do,
cruise.
yeah, and then everything you do at that hotel
It's a
is
Floss in
all-
Paradise.
is all
Yeah,
based
right.
on the character that they gave you.
Multipass.
Multipass.
You're telling me what they're doing, and all I'm hearing is that I'll be able to visit this and do this in 1,000 years when people stop flooding the park.
Yeah.
because
Yes.
it's gonna be
Yes. Oh,
Yeah.
it's gonna be the
absolutely. Yeah.
dumbest
Or when
thing
you
ever
win
when
the
it
lottery and
opens.
can afford
Yeah,
to go
you
do
know
it.
the wait list for Club 33? Fucking double that. Forget about it. Yeah,
It's for Club 33. Good reference.
I know my Disney.
You know your Disney.
I know my hidden secrets.
What
I actually snuck into Club 33, by the way.
It's not hard.
How fast did
It's
you
just
kick
like
out?
you go into the Blue Bayou and turn
Pretty
left.
quick. Yeah, pretty
Yeah.
quick. Well, but you can't just waltz right
No,
in there. So
you gotta sneak.
Yeah, so we waited
you
until
get Paul Reiser that this is not my
That's
office.
not where I parked my car.
we somebody was leaving right as we walked to the door, and we just kind of like waltzed right in and hung out in the lobby for a minute, and then we walked all the way upstairs and started checking out all the little dining rooms.
Acted
and
like
shit.
you own
It's
the place.
literally
Yeah, pretty
it's
much.
the only place in Disneyland that serves alcohol.
Yep.
It's awesome. I've been in there once.
Such a
How fast did you get kicked out?
I didn't
he
get
was
kicked out. I was
working
with a
there.
private party.
Oh.
Yeah. My parents know some bigwigs.
Name dropping now.
Yeah, right.
Parents.
All of a
Bigwigs.
sudden.
Yeah.
All of a sudden.
So do you, what you've mentioned having like a potential seasonal room. Like what are the other themes that you guys are thinking about in the future?
Star Wars is one.
Yeah, I was about to say that should be one.
Absolutely. Star
Yeah.
Wars.
Won't be
Obviously.
named
Obviously
that.
not Star Wars. Space battles.
Yes.
Space skirmishes.
Can't you purchase?
Comet
War for the
skirmishes.
stars.
Can't you purchase something in Star Wars and create your own stuff and still be in Star Wars?
Well, I mean, you had the expanded universe. I mean,
K.J.
people can
Rowling
write
will give
stories
you the
within the
finger,
universe,
but-
but you have to get permission from Lucasfilm, which is now owned by Disney. So
Yeah.
who knows?
And if you don't, they will
They
come at
will-
you
They
hard.
will cease and desist you so
No,
fast.
They will bring the wrath of God
We-
onto your house.
We know an organization that just tried to do like a nerd night event, and they wanted to show a Star Wars movie, and they threw up their ad like, "Hey, we're doing this, and and they got a cease and desist so fucking fast.
Yeah, no.
Wow.
They don't
Yeah.
care how big, how small you are. They will fucking put a plague on both your houses.
Yeah.
They do not give a fuck.
Yeah, they don't mess around.
Yeah, Disney.
No, I actually reached out to Disney about doing some of their rooms, and they responded back. They were told them they wanted more information. I don't know why I haven't responded back yet. I've been busy building everything.
Yeah.
But no, they're not totally closed to everything. Otherwise, they'd have just gave me the FU letter. And
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So they want to hear ideas because
Pitch them a
Well,
Beauty and the
obviously,
Beast
they got more
escape
money.
room.
They'll
Yeah,
steal it.
they want to make more money.
Oh, yeah, no, for sure.
But if you were to just do it and not
Yeah.
ask, then
And-
yeah,
and
Well, there
even
was
if-
one in Anaheim that did a Mario Brothers escape room thing.
Yeah.
Oh,
and
that'd
they
be dope.
actually named it that, and then they got stopped.
Yeah.
It took a while. It took like 8 months before they finally changed the name of the room.
Yeah. But I think if you were able to get kind of Disney on your side to say, yeah, that's fine, you can use it.
Or Universal.
But here's the cost for the rights. Like, honestly, it would almost be worth it because
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
even though you're fishing out money every time you do it, like honestly, the amount of people that would want to come and do
Yeah.
a Star Wars themed escape. Are
Or
you
Harry
fucking
Potter.
kidding? Are you
Lord of the
kidding me? Oh,
Rings.
they fucking
Oh, yeah.
they will flock to that shit. Yeah, for
You
sure.
know,
Lord of the Rings, I'd be there dressed like an elf. I don't even own a
I brought
costume.
one. Oh,
Yeah. But then if you do Lord of the Rings, you've got to set the timer to 9 hours. And
And it doesn't end. You got to come back in a
only
year.
if it's the extended escape room.
There's a lot of walking
yeah,
involved.
that one's for fitness freaks only because you got to walk quite
Hey,
far.
they never got skinny, those guys. So.
I just imagine failing it because nobody spoke Elvish. God.
No,
Why didn't you study?
No one develops the bromance of Sam. And
All you,
here,
had to,
Mr. Frodo.
all you had to do was cry and profess your love for me.
I can't carry it. I can carry you.
Just saying, all you had to do was bite my finger off and take the ring. God damn it.
I'm with you, Frodo.
I can't give the shocker.
That there really is the epitome of guy love. They are.
It really is.
Every time they look at each other, I'm just like, just cue the song. Guy love.
The
Well,
opposite of I kissed a girl.
guys, we're just about out of time here. So, where can people find out more information about Unity escape rooms?
You can find us on the web at www.unityescaperooms.com. We're also Unity Escape Rooms on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
Yelp,
And,
everywhere else, Yelp, Google.
Yeah.
And if people are looking to book prices, is that something we can discuss here?
It's
or-
$30 per player. Depending on where you find us at, you might find a discount for $5.
Can I bring in some Coke cans? And,
Get a
As long
year
as it's
pass?
gotta be
No, but
Coke.
we'll sell you some for
You bring in Pepsi, you're paying more.
Yeah.
Touche.
Nobody likes Pepsi anymore.
I hate
man.
that question. Can I get a Coke? We got Pepsi. My wife tagged me in one of those. And it said the same thing. We have Pepsi. Well, fuck, can I pay a Monopoly money then?
There's a comedian, Gary Goldman, does a great bit about that. About just how fucking angry people get when you tell them they have Pepsi.
I golf a lot, and on the golf course, they only have Pepsi. I just bring
no,
my
it's-
own.
Tastes like ass. I
Yep.
get it.
Yep.
But I don't even ask anymore for Coke. I'm just like, I'll have a diet, whatever you have.
Oh, we have a butterbeer. Just kidding.
You bastards!
You lied.
No, actually, if you call in for any information, like we give good group rates, depending
Cool.
on how many people you have, we'll discount it pretty well.
Well,
That's
I think the Jack of all nerds crew should go and do a couple
Yeah,
of these
look,
rooms.
I have a
think you
number of
should.
people that want
Right
to
by
definitely
Pharaoh's
come
Lost
back.
Kingdom.
Yeah, I got a number of people that want to come back, so I will definitely be looking you guys
Hopefully,
up
we
'cause
didn't give any
definitely want
clues
to do it.
away.
I feel like, unfortunately, I feel like if the three of us were to go do this, it would end our friendship in the show.
No, it absolutely would.
It absolutely
Record it
would.
and put it
Yeah,
on
you
your
guys
Twitch.
would
Don't worry.
guys would single-handedly kill the Jack of all nerds show, like 100%.
Because he would hold the key from the beginning.
Derek
Hang
would
on to
sabotage. Derek would probably stab us
would.
in our backs just so we
I
can
would.
complete the room by
Actually,
himself.
I could tell you, no matter how it ends, we're still gonna blame him for that thing, causing our
Remember
failure.
that time I didn't go and you held the key? It's your fault. You still have the key?
Yeah, I stole it from the room. I still have it.
Guys, well, thank you so much for coming down.
Yeah,
It was a lot
this
of
is
fun
fast,
having us.
man.
Thank you for
Thank
having
you.
us. Yeah,
talking
it was
about it,
blast.
and yeah, we'd absolutely love to come and do that, especially
your
me.
$5 off.
You know, pop my cherry,
Yeah,
pop my escape
yeah.
room.
It was
cherry.
one of the most fun things
take
that I've
virgins.
done. Yeah, it was one of the most fun things that I've done in a long time, and I would love to come back and try to do another one. So
Awesome.
You got anything coming up?
yeah. Not this week. Definitely check in next week.
Sounds good. As always, guys, you can find this in podcast form on our website. Whoa, was that
You
on a
gotta
loop?
restart the
It's
song.
a loop,
We
yeah.
went too long. Oh no!
Should have done the Game of Thrones one. It's much
Should
longer.
yeah, it's much longer.
Yeah, this is available in podcast form on our website, jackofallnerdshow.com. You can find links to everything else there. Also, this week, a new comic strip, Dark Crusader, is out on Tuesday. Check that out as well. This has been the Jack of All Nerds. We will talk at you later.
All right, we're clear.
Thank you.